Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Scratch and PPA for a very special reason. The Stock Explorer actually dropped a super chat long before we even started for the purpose of putting Scratch and PPA up. So it's wonderfully generous thing to have done. I certainly appreciate the extra generous support here. I know Scratch and PPA will appreciate it. He's been known to wait many times, over 2 to 2.5 hours, to get onto the screen after being on the wheel. So thank you for that, the Stock Explorer. Happy anniversary, everybody. It is officially 3 years and 1 week. We had to take last weekend off, but we're here now, and we're not kidding. Yes, after 564 episodes of Tuber Chat, it's literally 3 years, and you can see that the community here is flourishing. So thank you to every one of you who's coming in today and to everybody who's watching the replay afterwards. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. That's what makes these kinds of things possible. Whether you're just coming by to say hello, whether you're dropping a thumbs up, whether you're running the replay or running the stream in the background. So thank you everybody for coming in early. I've got quite a few names on the wheel already that we will get to right after the Stock Explorer, who will be our next channel, and we'll talk about Scratch and PPA's content in a moment. Michael's Adventures is in the pole position. He was here early, of course. I think we've got a brand new channel in the chat. Keeping Up with Colorado is here for the first time. And if I've missed any other brand new channels in the chat up until now, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Just Jason Keto is getting added to the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And like I said, the Stock Explorer will be up next because we always put Superchatters on the screen right away. But here at Tuber Chat, Super Chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course, but the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member. It can take a very long time, sometimes beyond an hour and a half or 2 hours, to get onto the wheel or the screen. But the magic here happens in the chat. That's why it's called Tuber Chat. And as long as you're conversating with other creators, you're likely going to meet lots of friends and family members here. After a long period of time, when we work the wheel down and we've only got down to about 5 or 6 names, I'll start adding names onto the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. I Am Betty J. Gathers is a longtime friend, somebody who's got who is literally a powerhouse of energy and positivity here, responsible for us probably gaining hundreds of thumbs up during our live streams because of her energetic and friendly reminders. So if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do that. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve and Dutchfly 61. We're both early in the door with Cricket 208 and Home Bartending with John. We also saw Yellow Shirt Dad and the Bullock Experience along with Mom of 4 Boys. They're all on the wheel already. We'll add some more names as we need. Thank you, Johnny Small Prepper. Or sorry, pardon me. I say that every time. Johnny Small Pepper for the share. I do appreciate that. That's another incredibly supportive channel. And thank you for the overwhelming beginning. 100 Proof Quilters in the house. AA Con Entertainment is here. BC Gardening Experiments, Homesteading and Baking is with us. And Big Dude is back in the house. Canadian Family Life. I'm going to put you on the wheel right away. And the reason why is because the other day we lost our internet connection when we were down to the last 5 or 6 channels. Canadian Family Life had been there the whole live stream, literally #1 in my list of creators who were supportive that day. So it was your turn to be on the wheel and on the screen, but we've got you on the wheel again now. Hopefully our internet holds out and we'll be fine. Cole Waltz, another incredibly supportive creator. I see them on StreamYard panels with other creators all the time. Get to the Farm and I Want to Know are both in the house. Good to see you here. Gloria's Platter has delicious looking content on her channel, has for a long time, and she's always been a dear friend and incredibly supportive creator. Lark's Homestead and Little Ridge Farm both come to us from the homesteading community of channels. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Parge Jen and Ron's Keto Cafe are both here. Sleepy Time Productions and To Be Irish Live were both early in the door as well. Susan A. happens to be a member, so we'll get them onto the wheel right away. Oh, pardon me. My voice last week was giving me trouble, among other things, so we had to be off for a few days. So I do appreciate everybody's patience. I usually never like to delay anything. Like, I want everything to be accurate. We always did our anniversaries on the exact day, if it was April 30th, if possible. But we had to delay for a week, but we're back to 99%, so we'll be fine. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. M&T Living and Cooking also happens to be a member, so we're going to get them onto the wheel right away. When we look at Scratch and PPA's content, we see that this creator is very well known here as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator. If you could imagine somebody literally supporting you about 550 times or something like that, that's just on one channel for hours at a time. He literally supports every single thing that I do, every single channel that I touch. He is the reason why I use the word seems to be everywhere all the time, because of the support that he gives to other creators. Pardon me, because I see Mark the Shark just dropped a super chat, so thank you for that. And, oh, he bought a cop car today in an online auction. Those things can run for, like, ever. I don't know if they're still using Impalas and Crown Victorias, but those were well-known cars for police officers and cab drivers for a long, long time. Day One Adventures and Holly's Adventures are both going to get onto the wheel because they both happen to be members. And then we'll get back to talking about Scratch and PPA's content. We're talking about the support that he gives to other creators. It's a very important aspect to his online presence, especially here on YouTube, although he does marry in some other social networks into his content on his YouTube channel. What I'm talking about is if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video, and what he does is puts an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching by pitting two tickets against each other. That's where we get the chance to vote. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA, not only on YouTube, but also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which of course I do as well. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, a lot of fun to be a part of, and the support that he gives to others, along with the interesting series of videos that he's been putting out for over 2 years now with perfect consistency, combine into what you're going to find to be one of the fastest paced, highest energy live chats that you've seen in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this one, faster than most others, and he rivals those of the Stock Explorer or Garden State Gardener, and it makes that a lot of fun to be a part of as well. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail, like I said, for over 2 years now, so I hope you can join us. Some of us literally set alarms on our phones and text each other to make sure we don't miss it. Cruise Vet Adventures, I've got you on the wheel. Lisa J. Stocks has also been added, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. And thank you, Home Bartending with John, for dropping that highlighted milestone message. I really do appreciate that. And thank you, everybody, for the congratulations messages. You know, like, we've had a flourishing community for a long, long time. If you can imagine, when I thought about starting Tuber Chat more than 3 years ago now, before we even began, I'm so glad that I was right, that there are an overwhelming number of people willing to support each other with generosity in such an overwhelming way. if that makes sense. And so we continue to grow, and everybody around here is just growing their channels, hitting milestones faster than ever. We've seen everybody that wants to get monetized get there, and it's just a wonderful thing that's been happening. So thank you, everybody, for those messages, and thank you, Big Dude. Thank you, Home Bartending with John. Forgive me, Mark the Shark. I didn't realize you took over the stream boss position. That's the video game life meter under my camera right there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a little while. And then keeping up with Colorado, yes, I'm sure there are a lot of creators here that will be happy to know you as well. My advice to any creator that's brand new in the Tuber Chat live streams is to reach out to other creators first and support them with all the things you wish they would do for you. Our instructions are in our video descriptions, of course. We live wholeheartedly here by the idea of generosity being at the forefront of our minds, if that makes sense. And there are a lot of creators here who've been with us literally for up to 3 years now. People I've known even longer, as a matter of fact. And a lot of them will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat until they get an idea of how supportive you are before they will connect. So again, my advice to anybody brand new, or if it's your first few times being here, you might want to reach out to other creators first, and everybody will be able to return that right away. Cruise Vet Adventures, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put you up right after Mark the Shark and the Stock Explorer for the same reason. She stole my thunder. Thank you so much. Beer, donuts, and I hope not. I hope not all that stuff. Yeah, black coffee and vegetables. There you go. Yes, carrot sticks and celery. Nothing but that for me. I'm not drinking hot chocolate and diet soda at the same time right now. I'm certainly not doing that. And then, I missed Little Ridge Farm sent a super chat. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I missed it a long time ago. My dear goodness, Little Ridge Farm, pardon me for that. We're going to put you up right before Mark the Shark, actually, right after the Stock Explorer. I know we're into a longer intro today, but that was expected because of the, being an anniversary issue. But thank you, everybody, for your patience. Chocolate Drop was about to say Mr. Customer Service. That's their inside joke with me, but I've been lucky to catch them on a few live streams as well. Derek's Journey's in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Thank you one more time, the Stock Explorer, for dropping a super chat for the purpose of putting Scratch and PPA up on the screen first today for our anniversary episode. I really do appreciate that. I know he will too. He's over 1,600 subscribers right now, and I'm just going to set my notification for the next premiere that he's got coming up on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, like always, without fail. You'll notice as well, this creator always has presentation at the forefront of their mind. Their bright, beautiful avatar is matched by their thumbnails, which include a hint as to the giveaways that they do in their video series. And their banner is updated every week to match as well. Their video editing skills have been complimented ever since the very first video that they posted long beyond 2 years ago now. So the Stock Explorer is up right now, and the reason why, of course, is because they dropped a super chat before we even started, actually, and they insisted that Scratch and PPA be the first channel that we look at today. So thank you again for that. Nora, another incredibly supportive creator who's actually here as a member and a moderator. And then thank you for the highlighted milestone message. I am Betty J. Gathers as well. You'll notice those highlighted milestone messages that are a free bonus for any member that is active on a channel where they are enabled. Those messages also knock life off of the stream boss, which is kind of cool as well. So I am Betty J. Gathers has already taken over from Mark the Shark as our stream boss. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. It's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Z's Gaming and Hotel. Oh, sorry. Hotel Theater. Z's Gaming and Home Theater channel is in the house. Thank you for being here. And then Trippin'. Pardon me, this is a brand new channel. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle was brand new just last week. So we've got to put them on the wheel right now. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Jedi Cameron is here. Thanks for coming in. And as long as everybody's still active, we should catch up with everybody. Again, thank you for those messages. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Bearded Eagle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the Stock Explorer's up here right now. Day One Adventures, thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message. It's funny too, because those highlighted milestone messages will mark how long somebody's been a member, but in almost every case, people have been with Tuber Chat even longer. Right? A lot of times you get to a channel, you start hanging out for a month or a while before you get a membership in a lot of cases. So it's almost always longer, but thank you for that. Scrow's Nest, good to see you here. Tina A. Warrending, good to see you in the house also. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. The Stock Explorer obviously is going to talk to us about the stock markets, but also the crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They've really expanded their content over the last long while and put a lot of variety in between the financial videos. They do a ton of live streaming, usually with StreamYard panels, and a lot of interesting guests. I've been lucky enough to join Nora both on their own channel and last week on Garden State Gardener. Together we did a 20-minute stint over there, and that was really cool. Now, Nora brings us shorts, videos, and live streams. So all three types of content. They bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading and things like that as well. VS Speaks Royally has had a very big day. So I don't know if the word congratulations is the right word, but for everybody who is excited around the world in so many different countries about the coronation of the king today. As a matter of fact, I actually saw some of it, surprisingly. I just happened to wake up, we must have left the TV on, and it just ironically, or by coincidence, ended up on that channel. So I was lucky enough to actually catch the half hour before and half hour afterwards of the actual crowning of the king. So I know this VS Speaks Royally, it's a very, very big day for them and their channel. They've been covering the royal family literally for years now. But thank you for coming in. The Stock Explorer, like I said, does a lot of other variety. Now, you might often see them with product in hand. And they've gone as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from that company, and even unbox it on a live stream. Now, this creator will sometimes have charts and graphs for us to see when they're talking about crypto or especially the stock markets, but there, like I said, is a lot of friendly conversation. You get the idea of that from a lot of the live streaming that they do. They try to get to this 3 or 4 times a week. And then they've got a second channel actually called Tropical Buzz. This is where they intend on educating us mostly about plant life, most of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. And they happen to be in Florida, so it's going to be growing season any minute now, and we're looking forward to more content from them there. But again, that's Nora, the Stock Explorer, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I know you'll enjoy the support that you get back after you do. And then AceFlaw1 Andy is a creator who's been with Tuber Chat since long before the beginning. I've known him more than 3.5 years now. And Andy still, after 565 episodes of Tuber Chat, is still coming around to meet new friends and support other creators. He's got over 4,000 subscribers now as well. Yeah, thank you, Bearded Eagle. You know what, the funny thing is, last week I really wasn't that sick. I was for a couple of days. It was probably the thing, but I have no other explanation. But my voice will just not catch up. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's I'm getting a little bit older and it's taking longer to recover, or I talk too much. Is probably the general consensus, but we're almost back. We're at 99% today, so we're fine. Pardon me, and a cough that lingers. Next up, Little Ridge Farm. So thank you one more time. The Stock Explorer dropped a super chat right before we started for Scratch and PPA. So we put them up as the very first channel. We just looked at the Stock Explorer and Tropical Buzz, and now we're on to another couple of channels. Little Ridge Farm dropped a super chat that I missed. Scratch and PPA luckily caught that for me. He fixes so many mistakes that I make, and I promise you, I make as many as anybody else, maybe more. Yeah, lemon and honey, I promise you, every day for a week and a half now, I've been doing coffee every day, a green tea every day. I don't want to admit that I've been drinking hot chocolate every day, but probably every day. Honey and lemon, gargling with salt water, everything you can imagine. Ice cream, heat, cold, everything to try to get over it. But the thing is, when you have to be sick, right? If it's gonna happen, then in my opinion, you want to get over it as fast as you can, right? So everything under the sun, highly medicated and everything else. But we're good now. We're good. So Little Ridge Farm is here from the homesteading community of channels. Thank you, Mark, again for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, as always, but very much appreciated. Herman the Great's in the house. Good to see you here. When we look at the content on Little Ridge Farm's channel, he will bring us homesteading type activities, really now talking about tiny home living more than anything else. But this creator has an interesting story. It could either be Mark or him with his daughter, both on the channel. They give us a wonderful look into their lives behind the channel as well. But one of the things that this creator's gone through is their house literally burning down and losing everything this past year. And they are in the process right now of recouping and rebuilding. The only reason that I don't get choked up so much when I talk about it now is because Mark's been such an unbelievably supportive creator here that we've talked about this 20 or 30 times at least now, right? And it's interesting because when I describe this channel, I always talk about the fact that I believe this is a story of a creator with extreme tenacity and perseverance. The reason why I say that is because even throughout that time, he was still supporting other creators as much as possible. Everybody has access at some point to get to a phone where you can have a YouTube app and this and that, and still manages to get out and support other creators with over-the-top generosity all this time. Now we're watching the story of recouping, rebuilding, and we see Mark generously sharing content on other channels. I run into him constantly on StreamYard panels with other creators as well. So he's got a brand new video. I'm just going to take this particular one, put it in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. We'll see how his shorts are doing because he keeps putting these out as well. And this has gotten now up into over a couple thousand views, which is great. A lot of live streaming as well. I've been lucky to catch him several times, but hopefully I'll catch another one very soon. Actually, he was live today, right before Tuber Chat. So thank you for being here, especially then. And Little Ridge Farm now is approaching 1,400 subscribers. They're halfway on that road. We always say you're on a road when you're at a 100 milestone or in between. So thank you one more time for another super chat, Little Ridge Farm. I really do appreciate that. And Mark the Shark, for the same reason, is being put up right now. Mark the Shark's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a very long time. Mark the Shark is actually known to us here in the Tuber Chat family, or at least to myself, because he supports on everything that I do. All of my channels, I see him out supporting other people all the time. I get to know some of the things about Mark the Shark that you'd have to go through several videos on his channel to find out. Like, so for instance, he's a dog breeder. He brings us the life of a dog breeder and a lot of puppies. Lots and lots of puppies on the channel at all stages. He is a poker shark. That's basically where the name Mark the Shark comes from. So he plays some online poker and always does extremely well, placing in the top of tournaments and things like that. He's been posting a lot of shorts videos lately. I just want to see how these are doing. But he'll also give us a lot of live streams that can involve conversation where we get to know Mark or hang out with him at work or home and different things as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that you see from Mark the Shark. I have one each of these beautiful hats as well that were gifts from Mark the Shark, for which I'm grateful, so thank you for that. Actually, it's looking beautiful around Niagara Falls where I am in Canada here, and I'll be looking forward to wearing those hats when I go out to live stream as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put your channel up right after Cruise Vet Adventures, who dropped a super chat on us as well, just like Mark the Shark and the Stock Explorer did. So let's get Cruise Vet Adventures ready to go. And thank you one more time, Mark the Shark, for the extra generous support. Thank you, Cruise Vet Adventures. This is a channel that's been with us for a while. They actually came in many months ago. It could be 6 months. I think it's much longer now, actually. Among an influx of travel and cruising channels, and that community continues to grow both inside and outside of TuberChat. I'm grateful for all the supportive channels that come in from there. Wellness with Tammy, good to see you here. Keisha H, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Cruise Vet Adventures is going to give us thorough opinion and reviews, not to mention tours of cruise ships, rooms, amenities, and different events and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will. I'm always captivated by this content. I was very lucky to work on a cruise ship for one summer many eons ago. Now, you've got a couple of new videos, and I don't want to fall too far behind, so I'm going to take your latest Carnival Vista review video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and again, that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. That will give me a chance to see what you've done in your latest video. They've got some shorts here that are now starting to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue, and they've been live streaming. Now, I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these. I haven't caught you for a live stream yet, but they've been doing these now what looks like a couple of times a week, which is great. So hopefully that continues. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. Herman the Great, anyone in person from the community? Yeah, absolutely. One, for instance, is Hope Bus, and I actually did a video with them on my personal channel, taking a tour of their custom RV conversion project. But I look forward to lots of collaborations. I met a creator named Mr. Joshi. It's been a while, and a couple of other people as well, usually in quick meetups. I'm very lucky because Niagara Falls, Canada is known as the honeymoon capital of the world. It is a humongous tourist area, so it's very easy to draw people here or meet up with people when they're already coming through for a vacation. Even if people are coming through the Buffalo, Niagara Falls, Erie, Rochester area in the Northeast, they might skip across the border and things like that, so I'm lucky that way. And then thank you, Jedi Cameron. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Virtual Shopkeeper DD is on the wheel now. And, Bearded Eagle catches his meals. That's the thing. Bearded Eagle comes to us from the fishing community of creators. And, I'm going to put up Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore in a second. So thank you one more time, Cruise Vet Adventures, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And again, for Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore, I appreciate that from both of you. And, things like super chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. We put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'm going to start spinning shortly, but I will add names to our wheel from our chat list after a long while. When we start working the wheel down, we expect to still be here for another 2.5 hours. And then some of our friends Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa have a special live stream happening right after TuberChat. Will go and raid that. You'll be able to meet more friends and family members there. They have a lively community. Nova Real Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. and Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore is up here right now. The Life of Sweet Angel Christina, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We'd love to push Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore towards the 1,700 subscribers that they're thinking about. I haven't caught you for a live stream either, have I? Have I ever caught you for a live stream? Once a while ago. That's a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these again. They just did one yesterday. When we look at the videos are pretty much to promote the live streams. So I can see I'm behind. I'm just grabbing the latest one you've done. I just want to see how your shorts are doing as well. When we look at these, we see that these are approaching 4,000 views, which is great. Jamie Hart, I'm going to get you onto the wheel right away. That's another member, and like I said, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore, when they get into the live streams, could be selling just about anything. They get into antiques and vintage products, but anything can make its way into a sale. So I hope everybody will connect with them, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They've been actually streaming almost every day, every other day it looks like, several times a week, which is great. Lots of opportunity over there. And thank you one more time, Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore, for your super chat. Thank you to all of our super chatters for today, and thank you everybody for the anniversary well wishes. I do appreciate it, of course. It's over 3 years now that we've been here, and I'll bet that a lot of people here in the Tuber Chat family will be surprised to realize how many creators have been with us for almost the whole time. Of course, we have some people who've been with us since Tuber Chat started, but even right after, when we talk about creators like Michael's Adventures, who's still on the wheel, Scratch and PPA, these are creators who've been here almost from the beginning. They caught us within the first, I think it was 20 or 30 episodes, and 535 episodes later are still here. Red Lipstick Vibes, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the reason why I put so much focus on that, of course, I appreciate people's support, but is to give you an idea of the kind of support you can expect for your own channel and for your own community, knowing that there are so many generous creators willing to support you in all the ways we talk about over your own YouTube journey. So Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is another homesteading channel. As you would imagine, there's a ton of family togetherness on this channel. Jen often has a guitar in hand. She's an incredible supporter as well. Another creator who supports on every channel that I own and everything that I do, for which I'm grateful. She's officially on the road to 1K now. When we talk about somebody who has passed a 100 milestone, that means you're on the road to the next 100. We do that up until about 10,000, and then we start talking in thousands. But Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is officially on the road to 1K now. GA Girl Every Woman Wellness channel is coming up on the wheel. Michael's Adventures found us on episode 24, and even right in the beginning, as soon as he originally found Tuber Chat, he started sending over some incredibly supportive friends right away, for which I'm grateful. Some of the most supportive creators that I've met. And then VS Speaks Royally, thank you so much for the well wishes. I really do appreciate that. VS Speaks Royally must be like running a long day too. I can just imagine, because it's, what is it, 10 hours ago, 9 hours ago when things were happening today. Not to mention people watching replays and reruns and all kinds of stuff. Four Corners Custom Products, LLC, is in the house as well. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message. I'm going to put your channel on the wheel right now. Members always get added as soon as we see them in the chat. Yellow Shirt Dad, thank you for the highlighted milestone message as well. You'll notice all those highlighted milestone messages are knocking life out of the stream boss under my camera here too. So Four Corners just took that over. And TCG fam, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the kind message. Shadow Gaming with Cooking, thank you for being here as well. Good to see you in the house. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, like I said, has a lot of family togetherness. We always, almost always see more than one person in the streams. They mix it up. Sometimes they're indoors, sometimes they're outdoors. That could be both in videos and in live streams. I've been lucky to catch them several times for those as well. StreamYard panels now is something that they're doing, which is great. A lot of creators are now getting into that because of the new StreamYard feature where everybody on the panel can put the stream on their channel at the same time, which is cool. It's like simulcasting. You can see that some of these shorts are really moving because one of them's on the way to 5,000, which is great, and that will likely continue. But you'll get more information. Good Times Homestead often changes up some of the information on their About page, but they'll give you an idea as to what you can expect on the channel, on the channel, but they could literally be doing almost anything. Jen, has a ton of energy and is able to keep up with the family and keep them active and keep them doing all kinds of activities and crafts and cooking and everything else. So I'm sure you'll be amazed when you get there, as I am. And thank you, Virtual Shopkeeper with DD, for the highlighted milestone message. We'll spin the wheel again right now, and we'll see who's coming up next. Myers Paranormal is brand new to Tuber Chat for the first time today. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. GA Girl Every Woman Wellness channel is somebody who's been with us a long time as well. I'm thinking maybe 2.5 years, maybe longer. And this is somebody who actually posts almost every day and live streams frequently. I've caught them many times for live streams. Always energetic, always giving a warm welcome to the chat. You can almost feel the smile on this creator when they're doing their live streams. And you'll meet more friends and family members when you're over there. They're on the road and almost at 1,600 subscribers now. I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. These latest ones are quite short, but that's okay. I'm just going to take the latest one, put this in my catch-up list. I do want to see how their official shorts are doing as well. We can see that these have popped into the thousands of views. One of them blew right past 14,000 views, which is great. And then live streams, like I said, they're doing these frequently, so hopefully I'll catch you again. They must have done, I figured it's only a week and a half ago that I caught them. They've already done 6 more, so they're doing it like every other day. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're going to talk about body, soul, mind, inspiration, health blogs, positive talks, entertainment, and like I said, the live streams, the conversation can go just about anywhere, but you'll always get a warm welcome on this channel and be welcome to meet more friends and family members. So let's spin the wheel again and see who's coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Knowing that we would probably have an overwhelming beginning to today's stream, I did put out our social media posts, but most of them are coming later, sometime between the next half hour to hour. And the reason why is because we knew the beginning would be overwhelmingly busy, so we wanted to kind of break it up as people get notifications on the other social networks. We'll probably see a few more people come through in little rushes, if that makes sense. And then Roadhog is in the house. I'm going to put you on the wheel right away. I don't know if anybody found the new emoji that I put together before we started today. I wasn't going to say anything because Stock Explorer usually finds those. But we'll see. And then thank you, Glorious Platter. I really do appreciate the kind words. She's always saying pleasant things like that. Glorious Platter's been a dear friend for a long time. But I know a lot of people really enjoy her content and her streams. I was really lucky. I, as promised, actually watched this video today. Lisa J. Stocks. I just watched it about an hour before we started. Faith with Rachel, good to see you here. And the reason why I wanted to see this particular one, Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with our finances, particularly when it comes to investing. My personal belief is that everybody needs to, I believe everybody should have as much financial information as possible, or financial education if you want to put it that way. The reason why is because even if you're not going to invest in something like stocks or mutual funds, or whether it's crypto or whether it's precious metals or other, financial products and things like that, being informed about everything you can possibly find that's out there allows you to make better educated decisions about the things you are going to invest in, right? And wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the income or revenue that's going to come from either our YouTube channels, our businesses, or our investments? Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us understand not just the technical aspects of investing. She's going to walk us through a lot of the terminology like dollar cost averaging, and explain not only how to do it, but how she does it. She's very forthcoming about her own portfolio, talking about dividends, explaining how that works, keeping charts, keeping graphs, even spreadsheets, so that she can explain the idea of dollar cost averaging or the dividends that are going to come in from some of these stocks, why it's important, why you might want to consider it. And she's just full of all kinds of information. Not to mention, she's got some shorts videos. These have started to pop over 1,000 views, so hopefully that continues. And then live streams might be something that she's going to continue as well. So I hope everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. And then thank you so much, Susan A. And Gloria's Platter dropped another message there. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Susan A. is coming up right now. And then, thank you so much, Gloria's Platter. Oh, Black Phoenix, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that countless times, actually, but we always put super chatters on the screen right away. So Black Phoenix will be the next channel that we look at, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And I did say Susan A. was coming up right now. We spun the wheel. We'll see what Susan A's got going on her channel right now. She's been incredibly supportive ever since finding Tuber Chat, what's getting on several months ago. And then thank you, Black Phoenix, for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Of course, like I said, they've done that countless times. So Susan A is up here with 305 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're going to be thinking about. They've got some shorts right at the top of their front page. So first we'll look at how these are doing. We see that they're crossing into the couple thousand views and even more right now. Odom's Homestead is in the house. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then when I get into Susan A's videos, I see you put out a few. Instead of watching the latest one, I'm actually going to grab the second latest one. And I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That just went up today, of course. Oh, I'm wrong about how long it is. 7 hours? Yeah, maybe just 8 or 9 hours ago was the crowning of the king there. And then live streams might be something that they pick up as well. Lots of information on their About page, but they actually bring variety on their channel. So we'd love to push them towards the 400 they're thinking about. And hopefully everybody will enjoy that support coming back from them as well. Unstable TV is in the house with their second channel. Thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, we're going to put them up right after Black Phoenix, who also dropped a couple of super chats just a moment ago. Now, Black Phoenix has been a dear friend for a long, long time, an incredibly supportive creator. I'm getting a feeling that Black Phoenix might have been with us for like 2.5 years as well. It's longer than I remember, so forgive me for not being accurate, but I hope everybody takes inspiration from the fact that I have now literally begun to lose track of how long some of these friendships are. I've been on YouTube for 6 years now. I started my personal channel 5 years ago, but Superchat started just over 3 years ago now, and we have friends who've been with us from the very first episode and before that as well, when we were setting up and building subscribers and getting ready. Black Phoenix has been here for most of that time. So like I said, I think it's 2.5 years. Again, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's as long as I can remember or longer. Now, Black Phoenix brings us video gameplay, and they really mix these things up. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab your latest video and put that into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up the smallest amount. As well, we're going to look at the shorts videos. We see that these are getting very close to 2,000 views, and we're going to see probably more of that. That always continues. And then when we look at the live streams, we see that they stream frequently, usually once a week or so. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, and you'll be able to catch them for both their video shorts and live streams. And then thank you, Unstable TV Shorts, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Black Phoenix just did the same thing as well, dropping a couple of those. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then thank you, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steven. Thank you, everybody, for playing around with those emojis, too. The members always get access to those custom emojis, which are different on every channel, but they're another fun thing to do in the chat, so thank you for that. Dixie's Friends is brand new to Super Chat for the first time today. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Coastal Water is in the house. I'm just going to put them on the wheel right now. And Black Phoenix, hopefully we can push this channel towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. So thank you again for those super chats. Unstable TV Shorts just did the same thing. This is actually a second channel from Unstable TV. These creators are, dare I say, our favorite couple from Ireland. Scratch and PPA just goes ahead and says it. I dance around everything all the time, but you're gonna find that these creators are incredibly, I use the word dynamic to describe personalities all the time, but these creators have this incredible dynamic between them, an incredible chemistry. They are incredibly energetic, happy. You can feel the energy in these creators and everything that they do. Now, they're experimenting with shorts, and we can see when we get into the popular ones that they're starting to crack over 10,000 views here. But they have a second channel, and this is where it started, and they are experiencing explosive growth right now. They've already blown right past. We were just talking about 20,000 subscribers on this channel. They've blown right by 21,000 now. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab the latest video and put this in my catch-up list. And it's interesting because these creators are constantly trying different things for their audience. You can see it in their view numbers. They've got one here with 1,900. The next one was 4,600. We've got a couple in the hundreds and back over 1,000. So they're really experimenting all the time. They've had great success with reactions. Now, not anybody can just make any reaction and have it fly. That's not how that works. But these creators have put a lot of time, effort, and experimentation into the idea of finding the right kinds of reactions for their audience, and it's, like I said, resulted in explosive growth for them. So I'm just going to grab their latest video, or one of their, I'm going to grab the most popular video, pardon me, 223,000 views on this video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to just get through another piece of content for them. Be Amazing Sylvia, I'm going to add you onto the wheel right now. And again, Unstable TV comes to us from Ireland with both channels, including their new Shorts channel as well. Garden State Gardener's in the house. And we'll get them onto the wheel. Members always get added as soon as we see them in the chat. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everyone. And we've still got over 2 hours to go, so lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Be Amazing Sylvia, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. And Coastal Water, thanks for yours as well. I did get you on the wheel. Unstable TV from Ireland, thank you again for the extra generous support in both of your super chats. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated. These generous creators are willing to share information about their success as well, which is great to know if you're going to connect with them. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So we'll spin right now. We'll find out that Be Amazing Sylvia, who just walked in the door, she's also experiencing explosive growth right now. We'll talk about that in 3 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Be Amazing Sylvia. This is an example of a creator that I've been connected to since before Superchat even started over 3 years ago now. And I hope you take inspiration from the idea that there are literally people out there now. You can see the future and know that there are overwhelmingly generous people that are willing to support you for that period of time and even longer. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Thank you for anybody coming in. Slim Jim Longfoot, I did see you there. Dixie Cuddles Fitness is actually Dixie's friend. So that's a second channel from them. Cricket 208's been here from the beginning of the stream. Jamie Hart was also cut off the other day when we had the internet went out on the last stream. So if somebody's not a member, I can make it up to them because I could say, "Oh, I'll put you on the wheel right now." But Jamie Hart's a member, so she's already been added to the wheel for today anyway, as we would expect. But we should be okay. And Be Amazing Sylvia is up right now. So, like I said, this is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's been with us from the beginning. She's originally known as one of the 7 creators who made up the Drop the Link Day crew, along with Ranger, along with Vern, along with Geo, and a few other creators as well. And what that means is that when you visit Be Amazing Sylvia, first of all, she's a wealth of knowledge about the YouTube algorithm, recommendation engine, and things like that, but you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you're on her chat as well, or when you're in her chats on premieres and live streams. Anisha, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel. Pardon me, in no time if that's what you would like. Now, Be Amazing Sylvia brings pure variety on her channel. But for those of you keeping score, you're going to notice that she is also experiencing explosive growth. I'm going to show you in a quick moment. Oh yeah, Jamie Hart. I mean, if you ever notice a mistake or something wrong, I absolutely... let me know. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. It's nobody's fault when an internet connection cuts out. We tried to hold the stream together. We couldn't. And I'm sure everybody understands that. Jamie Hart's been a dear friend for a long time. But if, like, for instance, members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, if I skip over you or overlook that, or if I accidentally delete a name, which can happen when I copy and paste, please don't be shy to say anything. If there's something that goes wrong that I can make up, I absolutely will do it all the time. But otherwise, I also sometimes don't notice things if they're not pointed out, right? Scratch and PPA luckily catches probably all of my mistakes, but I make as many as anybody, maybe more. Thank you, Glorious Platter. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I'll look forward to catching you for another cooking video or live stream very soon. And then Be Amazing Sylvia, like I said, brings a lot of variety on her channel. So she could be doing vlogs. She could be giving us inspiration or motivation in a talk. She could be indoors. She could be outdoors, in shorts videos, and a lot of live streams. She'll always let you meet more friends and family members when you're over there. But one of the things that's been happening on this channel is she has locked into a really great series of shorts videos, and you can see what's been happening. Some of these have gotten into the tens of thousands of views, but a couple of these, now we're looking at 140,000, 213,000, 459,000, and 737,000 views on these shorts videos, which is great. So of course she continues to put these out. Her subscriber numbers are climbing along at an extremely rapid pace. She's now on the almost on the road, literally, so we could say on the road to 11,000 subscribers. She's going to have that anytime. Nita VR Designs, good to see you in the house. The idea, of course, is that Be Amazing Sylvia, forgive me for taking advantage of the opportunity to say this, But Be Amazing Sylvia's channel already had a very strong, solid foundation and community because of her generosity, what she does for others, and the examples that she gives on her own channel. So when it was time for her to be, let's say, picked by luck or whatever we want to call it, the channel now is just exploding. So again, I know I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to say it, but we see it on every channel that I touch, every channel that I talk about. We talk about it on different channels all the time. There's differences here. Now, Be Amazing Sylvia had a strong and solid foundation for a very long time, and the channel is exploding now. When we look at Unstable TV, who we looked at earlier from Ireland, they're still in the chat here, they've had consistent growth for a long time. After they picked up into the reaction videos, it's been what I believe is about a year of rapid growth. But it's interesting the different things that can happen to channels, and especially when you're out supporting others as well. Now, when we look at Be Amazing Sylvia, we're also going to see she's got a second channel here where she intends on bringing us more positivity, motivation, and inspiration. And again, this is a creator who's very knowledgeable in the workings of YouTube, the algorithm, the recommendation engine, and things like that. So you'll get some education from her to go along with the inspiration and motivation. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up right now. I described her earlier as a powerhouse of energy and positivity, somebody who is literally responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up here in our Tuber Chat live streams over the last long while, and even today we are doing extremely well. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Thank you, Sleepy Time Productions. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Now that we look at I Am Betty J Gathers, we actually see that she's got another StreamYard panel coming up, Canadian Family Life, who is here with us just about every single day now. They're out on all kinds of StreamYard panels, supporting other creators all the time, so it's going to be great to see the two of you together. Tori's Brain is in the house, somebody who brings us a lot of live streams as well. Tori's Brain has been with us a long time. They've actually broken into some news content as well, or newsworthy content. Frank Turzo, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I Am Betty J Gathers is going to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, subjects like intermittent fasting, and living your best life over 60. Not just, so it's interesting because she talks about living your best life over 60, but the way that she presents her content can be relatable to anyone at all. You certainly don't have to be 60 years or older to get a lot of inspiration and motivation from her either. She is another extremely dynamic personality, somebody who wishes to help others. You'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when you're over there. And the subjects can go into any direction once they start, especially in the live streams. Let's go over to the shorts videos. We see that these are starting to crack over 2,000 views now, which is great. That will likely continue. Live streams are something that is frequent, and now she's really getting into some interviews, which is great. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her and seeing the different information that she puts forth, the different friendly conversation, and the informative guests that are coming up, because that's Marlene right there. Her and Gio are always together from the Drop the Link Day crew as well. So hopefully everybody will continue with enjoy connecting with her. I've got the notifications on for a couple of live streams that are coming up. She often does a lot of premieres as well. Garden State Gardener just dropped a super chat on us, so thank you for that extra generous support. Joe's done that countless times. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, so I'm going to put them on the screen right away. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a little while longer, we will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active today. Don Raby is in the house from the Homesteading community of channels. I've got them on the wheel also because they happen to be a member. Gaming Experience with Kelly is the second channel from the Bullock Experience. And Garden State Gardener is well known here in the Tuber Chat community as somebody who has probably done more shout out videos for more creators than anybody that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube now. We actually had a great time the other day. Joe always has interesting guests during his live streams. He's got a very powerful Sunday evening live stream. I'm in the Eastern time zone like he is as well. And he will have Sunday Fun Day, which has been going on for as long as I can remember now. He's experiencing explosive growth because of this, but he usually has a lineup of guests. He's got giveaways going on. It's not uncommon to find anywhere from 70 to 100 people watching at a time, so even faster than Tuber Chat. I talk about that almost every day here. Very fast-paced, very high energy. Joe's a great guy who I describe as somebody who fuses friendships together, if that makes sense. He's somebody who can truly make you feel like you're part of a community that goes far beyond himself or his channel, yet is still anchored by Garden State Gardener and Joe, the creator behind the channel as well. Now, Nora and I were together on the channel for a live stream that they did last Sunday. So this one here, he had an interesting guest named Matt Powers talking about gardening, a lot of different aspects of permaculture and different things like this, which I'm still learning about. I don't want to sound like I think I know what I'm talking about, because I certainly don't. I'm learning from these creators. But Joe is joined by Courtney. He had another couple of guests, and Nora and I joined him for about 20 minutes on the stream as well. So I hope you'll consider going through there and watching that replay. He had a lot of great information in the first hour and interesting guests after that. Frank Turzo, thank you so much for the membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel on the wheel right now, because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and that's what will happen for you every day after this as well. So, also, Garden State Gardener obviously is going to talk to us about gardening. He comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. There's another familiar face, Operation Capsaicins, up there with him. If you go through his videos, you're going to find tons of shout-out videos. I see Yellow Shirt Dad there. Lots of familiar faces, but he's got a huge community, and it's just exploding now as well. You see his subscriber numbers are just like climbing the wall here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Garden State Gardener. I'm sure you will. That's Joe, and he has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding the Tuber Chat family a long time ago. Ace Flow 1 just took over as our stream boss by dropping a highlighted milestone message. The stream boss, of course, is that video game life meter under my camera right there. Every Super Chat and membership, including highlighted milestone messages, knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. And the last person to knock them out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while, so that will be Ace Flaw 1. She Stole My Thunder is a fellow Canadian. We're going to get them up on the screen right now. She reviews art, books, and movies on her channel more than anything else, but there actually is a ton of variety to go along with that. Thank you one more time, Joel, Garden State Gardener, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She Stole My Thunder has a lot of featured channels on their front page, but they post frequently as well. So you can see, like I said, from their newly updated banner that they review books, art, and movies on their channel, but they actually do a lot more variety. When we dig through the videos, we'll find stories to be told, we'll find indoors, outdoors, shout-out videos for other creators, and even helpful videos with the other social media networks, or a live stream that they recently did as well that showed us how to make a thumbnail on Canva. I keep talking about that one particular live stream just because it's something that can be so helpful to so many creators here in the Tuber Chat family, because I have used Canva several times myself, so I absolutely don't mind advocating for that also. Four Corners Custom Products LLC, thank you for the super chat. They've done that countless times as well. For that reason, we're going to look at their channel next. Philip Lemon, I see you coming in. Thank you for being here, and thank you everybody again for those well wishes and happy anniversary messages and things like that. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa is coming up on the wheel because they happen to be a member, they have a live stream that's going to start right after Tuber Chat today, and that's going to be just under 2 hours from now. We're going to go over there and raid when it's time. That'll be 6 p.m. Eastern. So we still got almost 2 hours, lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, which is what we're going to do. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to She Stole My Thunder. Like I said, a fellow Canadian from the Montreal area. And this is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Somebody who always brings fun and engagement into our chat, as you saw with her highlighted milestone message earlier as well. Fifi's Journey, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And let's, I was just about to spin the wheel and make a mistake there. Four Corners Custom Products is coming up first. They just dropped a super chat on us, but then Lazy Days Ahead, thank you for the super chat and the silly message to go along with that. I do appreciate it, of course. They've actually done that a handful of times, so thank you for that. We're going to get a really good look at their channel when we go over there to raid after Tuber Chat in another couple of hours, but we're going to take a look at their channel right after Four Corners Custom Products because of that super chat right now. So when we look at Four Corners, it's interesting in this particular channel. First of all, they're incredibly supportive. Everywhere I go, I seem to run into them supporting other creators with over-the-top generosity. And what they do on their channel more than anything else is show us a behind-the-scenes look at how merchandise is made. So they make everything from hats to shirts to mugs to all kinds of merchandise, anything that can be printed, vinyl stickers and things like that. It's interesting to see a channel that we can use not only for education and information, but then use as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels or businesses behind them as well. And that's what we can get for Four Corners Custom Products LLC. Now, they've been with us a long, long time and have been incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated as supporters for all of that time. I'm just taking one of their latest videos, putting that in my catch-up list. You can see they're climbing rapidly as well, over 4,000 subscribers now, almost at 4,100. When we look at their shorts videos, some of these are starting to get over 2,000 views, which is great. And then live streaming is something that they do frequently also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. Thank you again for your super chat. Four Corners, like I said, they've done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated. And Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa has done the same thing. Again, like I said, they've done this a handful of times, a very big handful of times, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. When we look at Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, we see a couple of creators, and they have a wonderful dynamic between them too. I've forgotten to ever ask, and forgive me for not knowing how long they've been married and together and things like that, but they're often doing all kinds of stuff together, making jokes on their live streams or with other creators, because they hop on in a lot of other live streams as well. Pardon me for a second here. Oh, pardon me for that. I had to make a quick exit for a second. They are often on other StreamYard panels. They do live streaming themselves. They have a lot of fun doing things like canning and prepping. They take us on adventures. Travel videos are something that is frequent on the channel as well. And they are advocates for helping others grow also. They do all kinds of different things to help other creators. And, 40 years. There we go, 40 years in August. My dear goodness. And, Woman Outdoors, thank you so much for the super chat and the another fun message to go along with that. I do appreciate that. We'll put that channel up on the screen next before we spin the wheel again. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Mona did what? I did see you come in. And we did put you on the wheel. Margie's Crafty Corner is getting added on there as well right now. But we will, after a little while, add a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list as well, based on who's been most active. So, when we look at, pardon me, Marino's Mysteries, good to see you in the house, and thank you for the message as well. Pardon me, Lazy Days Ahead with Jess and Lisa. is coming up, and I'm just going to grab the latest video. I meant to put that in my catch-up list. I've got it there. That'll give me a chance to catch up. Now, shorts videos, they're getting over 2,000 views on some of these. That will likely continue as well. And then live streams are something that they do frequently. Now, I've got my notification on for this one, but this is where we're going to go and raid right after Tuber Chat. So another hour, 45 minutes or so from now, we're going to go in there and join them, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members while you're over there. They're going to talk about a really interesting project, which is something that they're doing with Rambling with the Brooms and a few other creators, which is they've put together a cruise that's going to be going from Seattle to Alaska, and that will be in the summer of 2025. In August, so it'll be their 41st anniversary to mark that cruise. But hopefully everybody will enjoy the content on their channel. Like I said, they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be telling stories, or they could be canning and prepping and doing other homesteading activities as well as travel, like I said. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Thank you again, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, for your overwhelming generosity, which is absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And I'll look forward to coming over there in a couple of hours with everybody when we come over and raid. Woman Outdoors comes to us from the Erie, Pennsylvania area, so only a few hours away from me in Niagara Falls, Canada, which means that we share some weather, and they get to see all 4 seasons on their channel and show that to us as well in all their outdoor activities, including camping, bushcraft, cooking, reviews, and fishing, and other outdoor ideas like hiking. I've seen them go for a walk around. I'm just taking their latest video, and I'm putting this in my catch-up list. Now, Woman Outdoors has gotten into some product reviews, which is great because we have a lot of homesteading and outdoor-type channels in the Tuber Chat family, and they've got a community of their own. Woman Outdoors is very much loved as a supportive creator. But the product reviews that they're doing will probably relate to a lot of creators as well, which is great. Riki Yangu, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. Com Natural 247 and Together We Travel. Good to see you both here as well. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I've missed something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, and then Jamie Hart's not too far away either. JNS Adventures, good to see you here. When we look at Woman Outdoors, we're also going to see some shorts videos, and these are starting to get over a couple thousand views, which is great. But the live streams also are something that they do frequently. They've been getting into panels. There's Yellow Shirt Dad again. And Woman Outdoors is somebody who hops in on a lot of panels as well. So here's one. I think this one from a couple weeks ago was another simulcast where everybody's using the StreamYard system. I think Dave Collier Camping's on there and a few other creators. There's Nora with them as well, which is cool. And you can see, I'm so happy to see the friendships that are made in everybody's YouTube journey, because the number one thing that I hear people enjoy about having a YouTube channel and doing what we're all doing is the friendships that are made along the way. Baron, good to see you in the house. Chris Shirley Baby, sorry, I know you've been here for a while. Forgive me for not saying hello earlier, but thank you for being here. I've got Baron on the wheel now. 755 Media, good to see you here. There's Dixie Cuddles Fitness. That's the original channel from Dixie's Friends. Cruising is fun Cruising is fun anytime. Good to see you here. And, oh, you just started on Wednesday, actually. They just started that brand new channel. And, yes, a U.S. veteran as well. It's something I never remember to mention, so forgive me for that. But, yes, Bearded Eagle is another creator who's, like, out supporting other creators and learning about other creators as well. Thank you for the Super Chat, Baron. For that reason, your channel is going to be put up next. And thank you again, Woman Outdoors, for another Super Chat. She's done that countless times. I really do appreciate that as well. Pardon me just for a moment. I'll be right back, and then we'll look at Baron's channel. All right, part of that. Let's get Baron up onto the screen. When I look for Baron, I usually get them by their handle, because Baron is an incredibly short and popular name for a channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy their handle into the chat right now, and then you can either copy and paste or type that out if you need to, but it might help you find them. We try to search, find, and click on each other always here. And the reason why is because over time, especially the hardest channels to find are the ones who need our help the most. But the more we search, find, and click on each other, the more we will rise up the search results, and eventually YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Baron or other channels, right? So you can imagine what happens when hundreds of creators are typing in your channel name to search, find, and click on you. Rika Yangu from Switzerland. Interesting. I'm in Canada, but we have, of course, like everybody, creators from all over the world. It's always interesting to find that out. By the way, thank you everybody for the 99 thumbs up. I really do appreciate those. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Froggy Went to Knitting is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat and somebody who has sent us a good handful of incredibly supportive creators. I've been with them for a lot of live streams, but thank you for that super chat and the kind message. I do appreciate that. For that reason, of course, we're going to put Froggy Went to Knitting up on the screen next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Baron is playing some Grand Theft Auto right now. They do a lot of live streaming. Some video gameplay is usually what you'll find here, but they do a lot of shorts videos and other regular videos that tend to be quite short, where they do a lot of tributes for public figures and celebrities and things like that as well. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos and put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to go through another piece of content. We see that they're working on 800 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Emotion is here as a moderator and a gold member, and what that means is we see their channel every day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so as well. Oh, that yes, Lazy Days Ahead is actually giving us a good piece of advice. When we're searching for channels, like any Google search, actually, what can be helpful is when you first search for a person's channel name and it doesn't come up, you can put quotes around the name, the quotation marks, and that tells YouTube you want to search for that exact term, not just word, right, or key phrase. And that will give a bit of a help. You'll see me do it here many times on Tuber Chat, where we'll use the quotes to try to get a channel that doesn't come up right away. And then as well, there are filters to let YouTube know you're specifically looking for a channel if it's really hard to find. In the case of Baron, we just find that that's an unbelievably popular name, so I keep grabbing it by the handle. But I'll show you when we get to Emotion's channel at one point what we have to do to find that channel, because that's an incredibly short and popular name as well. Pedrosa Travel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Froggy Went to Knitting is up now. I know I'm behind with them, so I'm just going to go to their videos page right away, and I'm going to grab one of their latest videos. So I'll grab This Day in History, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will give me another piece of content to watch. They're growing rapidly as well, now over 6,400 subscribers. I'm just going to look at their shorts. They've just got one so far. Hopefully that continues, but they've got lots lots of live streams as well, and this is where I've caught them more than anything else. They usually have StreamYard panels of different creators, always warm and welcoming. You'll be invited to meet more friends and family members when you're over there, and we can see that they're monetized as well, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when you get there. Now, literally, when you get to Froggy Went to Knitting's channel, you will might be hanging out in almost what you would consider a knitting circle, where creators are talking together on a StreamYard panel, but the conversation can go anywhere once it starts. And I've been with Froggy Went to Knitting several times. They've been a dear friend for a long time. I'm literally thinking that they might have been with Tuber Chat for about 2 years now or something like that. It's literally starting to escape me how long some of these friendships have been going on, because we've had so many creators that are so unbelievably supportive, if that makes sense. And then, oh, I see. Dixie Cuddle Fitness, is talking about live streams. Live streams can be a real help for anybody working on watch hours. Now, I wouldn't, you always want to be deliberate about the content that you're putting out. So, you want to consider what you're live streaming, right? If you have content that can be live streamed, then that's a great idea, right? Something, whether it's conversation, whether it doesn't have to be with a co-host, but you could on StreamYard panels and things like that. But live streams themselves can be a big help when it comes to not only watch hours, but even views, actually, because while I could be wrong about this, I've done a ton of experimentation. It seems to me that you get about 1 view for every 5 minutes that somebody's on your live stream. So if you were to live stream and one person was watching for an hour, you get 12 views for that, or pretty close to it anyway. So that can be helpful. And then Mountain of Inspiration, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Dixie's Friends is doing a lot of shorts on their new channel. Froggy Went to Knitting, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, thank you for yours as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, of course. And I'm going to spin the wheel. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're going to come back in 3 minutes, and we already looked at Cruise Vet Adventures, so we're going to move on to one more spin of the wheel. Actually, I forgot to take them off when we looked at their channel earlier. We'll spin the wheel one more time, and again, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, we're going to be going to Raid right after Tuber Chat. We still got an hour and a half to go here, and then we'll be able to meet more friends and family members when we visit them on their channel. In 3 minutes, we're going to look at home bartending with John. All right, we're back, and we're going to be talking about home bartending with John. I see Annabelle TV just came in. I'm just going to make a note for everyone because lately I've been experimenting with a few different things when it comes to the live streams. And if you ever are in a Tuber Chat live stream, happen to be out for a few minutes and can't get back in or can't find it again, it's always on our community tab. I usually almost never forget to put that out, as well as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we have a subreddit where it will go as well. So the link will be around if you can't get back in. Once in a while, as crazy as this might sound, I might take a live stream and make it unlisted. That's to slow it down a little bit when it gets overwhelmingly busy, and then make it public again afterwards. But I'm just putting a message in the chat for everybody for that as well. The link to this live stream is always on the community tab. So if you had trouble getting back in, you can find it. Yarn again, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Edna's World, good to see you in the house. Bitchy Boo is here as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know First Floor Audio dropped a super chat for us, so their channel will be up next before we start spinning the wheel again. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but I will add a couple of more names to our wheel as a minimum when we get down to about 5 or 6 names. And then oh, I see. Starting in August, your workouts will have no music. Yeah, so that can be possibly helpful. It's always good to experiment with different ideas, see what the audience picks up on. Sometimes background music can be helpful. I find that almost everybody makes their background music louder than it needs to be. So it's just an idea. I'm not saying I'm right, but you might find the same thing when you hear a lot of creators using background music. My suggestion is, because it's literally just called background music, whenever you're about to put some music in your video, consider knocking it down by about 3 decibels. Just take it down a little bit more to the point that you think it's just almost barely too quiet. It's probably fine. But that's just an idea, and then you could try with background music, without it, see what people say, because even if you and I put out exactly the same video this week, you do a driving video with background music, I do a driving video with background music, people are going to say different things. It's just not the same audience. It happens all the time, right? So what works for one creator may not necessarily be a universal truth for everyone. And then Home Bartending with John is up right now. Pardon me. When we look at this channel, this is a channel that I instantly found compelling when he came into the Tuber Chat family, what I believe is just under a year ago now. Home Bartending with John is somebody who's going to teach us how to make a lot of the most popular cocktails in the world from the comfort of our own home. Yeah, he might even be enjoying some himself, as you can see in the shorts there. Now, he's going to show us in different variations as well, so a variety of recipes. If you're looking for something quick and easy, that's there. If you're looking for something more traditional or rich and flavorful, he might have that as well in the same video. He takes requests. He's already done at least 2 for me. And then as well, he might be bringing us different types of beverages like non-alcoholic mocktails or low-calorie cocktails and things like that, which I know can be a popular theme. He's always thinking about what more he can bring to the audience, including live streams now he's started. He's joined on other people's live streams many times, but he's begun live streaming as well. I'm just going to grab his latest review video because he does tons and tons and tons of reviews on his channel. But you can see here are some familiar faces on the live streams with the StreamYard panels. Shorts videos are starting to really move into the thousands of views, which is great. And Home Bartending with John is literally here with us every day. And I see him out supporting other creators constantly, literally everywhere I go. Whether it's premieres or live streams in the live chats, he's always there. So 406 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push his channel a little bit farther towards the 500 we know he's going to be thinking about. I'm just going to get First Floor Audio up here right now from the UK. This is a talented music producer. And Annabelle TV, I did put you on the wheel, by the way. Well, I saw you come in during the break. First Floor Audio is Lee. What I find when I meet different music producers, and I just happen to have met many, I was in the music industry for many, 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 many years in around Toronto. And what I've found is a lot of producers seem to stick within a genre or two for the most part. When you get to First Floor Audio, I'm sure you're going to be overwhelmed, as I was, to find that Lee is incredibly talented with a diverse range of different types of sounds and music. Now, he might be performing or producing when we get to his channel, and in his live streams, he lets us interact and influence him. Pardon me as well. Now, when we get to the live streams, you're also going to notice he's got a series here called Radio 1 FA. This is where he features all of his productions together so that you can get an idea of the different things that he does on his channel. He's got a few shorts videos, and then he always puts the music on the videos page so that we have that to enjoy as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. I've got my notification on for the next live stream, which is actually coming up today. So he'll be on the same time as Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. His live streams tend to go several hours. I'm not sure if Lazy Days Ahead is planning on going more than an hour or not. I thought I saw on their thumbnail it might be expected for an hour. But, you know, we got lots of creators that are going to be live. Saturday's obviously a big day. And let's spin the wheel. Thank you one more time, First Floor Audio, for another super chat. He's done that many times. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And then we'll see what's happening with Roadhog. This creator has an interesting line on their About page. It says, everything on my channel was found in the trash. And what they mean is that they are refurbishing and bringing new life to things that otherwise may have been passed on or passed by, if that makes sense. And here's Roadhog here. Lots of shorts videos. These continue. So I'm just going to take a look at those first and see how these are doing now. These have started to get almost a couple thousand views, so that's going to probably continue, very likely. Rock Chick Beauty's here from the UK. Good to see you in the house. She's been a friend of almost 3 years now. Live streams might be an idea for the future, and then they've got another new video from just a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that. They're looking at 372 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. I'm going to start trying to move a little bit faster through channels. We've still got well over an hour to go, almost an hour and a half. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but I want to make sure that we get to as many as we can today before we're going over to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa for a special raid today. Don Raby comes to us from the homesteading community of channels and has a very interesting hook on the idea of homesteading. What she wants to do is motivate and inspire people to chase their own dreams, as she has done, moving into a homesteading lifestyle, now living on 4 acres and bringing us homesteading activities, both the wins and the losses, of course. But, you know, what I find from a lot of creators in the homesteading community of channels is they seem to have they seem to have a common focus on generosity and wanting to share knowledge and resources with others and with each other. And I think that that is just a wonderful thing. There's so much to learn from these creators on almost every channel. We see something that gives the idea that they're willing to show us their successes and failures because they want to help each other and others understand not how to cut corners, but how not to waste time, waste resources, and get the most out of the different things that they're doing. A lot of times we're talking about prepping, we're talking about growing our own food. Sometimes you'll find livestock, lots of pets, but lots of livestock on these channels as well. And Don Raby is going to give us a mix of homesteading activities. But again, the biggest thing about this particular creator is the fact that they want to inspire others. And you see that in their banner. Each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true. And they give you the story about themselves and how they're doing that right now on their About page. They've got 477 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 500 they're thinking about. I've just got a video that looks like a Happy Meal video here, and I've put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up and make sure I don't fall behind. And then when we look at the shorts videos, we see that they're starting to pop into over a couple thousand as well, so that will likely continue. The idea behind shorts, of course, like everything else, is we're intending on building a catalog of content. It's not like I'm going to make a shorts video that everybody's going to like. That's really hard to do. What you can do is say, I'm going to make 100 shorts over the next many months or year, whatever it's going to be, and knowing that a lot of people will like a lot of them, or some people will like some of them, or however we want to put that in the most positive way. But it's the same for every channel. 20%, 10 or 20% of the videos are what's going to carry the channel, and we never get to pick which ones are the most popular. The audience always decides. Now, we're looking at Michael's Adventures. Pardon me, I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody. And then, yeah, there's been a lot of those Rock Chick Beauty today. And then, unless there's a glitch, somebody told me the other day there was some kind of a glitch where some creators might not be seeing that. Anything's possible. Pardon me. Michael's Adventures is another incredibly supportive creator. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube, as a matter of fact. Pardon me. And what Michael's Adventures brings us more than anything else in his literally 3,000 plus videos on his channel is a lot of wildlife. So he might be bringing us raccoons or deer or foxes. There's a lot of bird watching on the channel. And he mixes it up with some variety. He might be taking us for a look around, like the next couple of videos that are coming up. He's got one for today and then one for tomorrow. We're actually going to raid into that one, I believe, or one of these. Am I mistaken that the times might be different than I thought, but that's okay. I've got the notifications on for these. Now, Michael's Adventures might be taking us on a hike, like a walk around. He might be giving us a look around his area. He might be taking us during a vacation or a quick trip for a look around as well, or a story to be told. He will occasionally be scratching lottery tickets or even playing a slots type game on a tablet or something like this as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. Michael's Adventures is definitely somebody who will be willing to swap playlists. So if anybody would like to do that with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yes, thank you for that, Michael's Adventures. I've got the... There's another premiere. I've already got it set to raid for tomorrow. That's why I probably got confused there. So he's going to drop 2 tomorrow by the look of it. But he posts every single day, as a matter of fact. And like I said, there's a variety of videos on the channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Michael's Adventures. He will definitely be willing to swap playlists with other creators. He's working on 1,200 subscribers now. Thank you, Annabelle TV, for the highlighted milestone message. I really do appreciate that. Toya Renee Talks, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, yeah, imagine Bearded Eagle. And unfortunately not. Actually, Michael's Adventures mentioned a long time ago that a really cool idea would be to have a Tuber Chat marathon. But the problem is, because I do everything because it's live, like most creators, right? I never stop talking for like three hours. It used to be 2.5. The only reason we could do 3 hours because I keep taking these breaks 3 or 4 times during every stream to rest the voice for a second. But to go farther than that, I don't know how to do it. I'm considering pre-recording some content that I can run during the live streams just for like 30 seconds or a minute at a time to break it up even more. But yeah, could you imagine? And then, hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Like I said, let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And we will see what's happening with... We looked at Baron already. I forgot to take his name off the wheel. That's happened a couple times today. We'll spin again, and then we'll get another channel coming up. Yeah, imagine. And then, yeah, Bearded Eagle will go out fishing. It's interesting because when we first met Bearded Eagle coming into the Tuber Chat family, I actually saw him out on other creators' channels right away. And he continues to be an incredibly supportive creator. It's interesting to me how sometimes a lot of the communities overlap and things like that, if that makes sense. Yeah, I've actually, somebody mentioned the idea of a co-host once. One of the things, you know what I saw somebody say the other day? I'm going to try not to get into too many of these speeches today because I want to keep moving through channels. But I was in a live stream the other day and I can't for the life of me remember whose stream it was or who said it because I think it was a panel. I could be wrong. And they said something about, I just noticed it in the chat, a conversation about, I don't know if it was shoutouts or giveaways or what it was. And one of the things people worry about is other people being left out. And I certainly have had experience with that. It's a consideration, not that I want to scare anybody or anything like that. But one of the things you got to think about is like if you're going to do something that's going to include a group of people, somebody may feel left out because no matter how much we think people perceive us in a certain way, or we might think we have a grasp on how people perceive us, it's never true. Nobody ever sees us the way that we think that they do, right? That goes for everybody, including children, parents, family, friends, people online, anything at all. And so it's very easy to have somebody feel left out, and we certainly don't want that. So the problem is, like, imagine in Tuber Chat, how do you pick? How do you pick a co-host? It's never happening. Never. I shouldn't say never because you never know, but I'm quite sure it's never happening. But I do consider different ideas for how we might evolve, even though Tuber Chat as a channel is not expected to change. I intend on always continuing to support people during the beginning of their YouTube journey, if that makes sense. Even though we do have channels of all sizes here. So, VS Speaks Royally has had very big, many months. I'm thinking it's about 8-9 months of really interesting content. Now, their channel's already interesting anyway, but I mean, they've really had a lot to follow when it comes to the royal family more than anything else. Today being, of course, a monster day for them. I was lucky this morning to catch a small amount of the coronation. I caught a full hour of about a half an hour before the king was crowned to about a half an hour afterwards, the ride in the Diamond Jubilee and everything else. And I have never in my life seen a sea of people. The biggest music festivals in the world do not have as many people as what was going on at Buckingham Palace, which is just unbelievable. I don't want to sound like I think I know what I'm talking about, because I certainly don't. If it wasn't for VS Speaks Royally, I wouldn't know the two things that I might think I know about what's going on. But this particular creator stays right on top of this. Now, one of the things you'll notice that I focus on here in the Tuber Chat live streams is engaged conversation. It's how we pick names to go onto the wheel. It's how the friendships really are fused. Whether it's here or anywhere else, we all know that. We all know that having a conversation with somebody is how you get to know them, how friendships start to be created and things like that. What you're going to find on VS Speaks Royally, first of all, you're going to be welcome to meet more friends and family members on the channel, whether it's a premiere or live stream when you get there. But you're going to see that VS Speaks Royally leads conversation very well in their live streams, and you're going to see a chat that rolls faster than Tuber Chat, rivaling those of Garden State Gardener, Stock Explorer, dare I almost say Scratch and PPA as well. Very fast paced, very high energy, but the conversation is really something to catch over there. But she stays well versed and up to date with all the happenings in the subject she's going to cover. Now she does a little bit more variety, but mostly the royal family. So like I said, big news going on that channel. Rapid growth now at over 4,200 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the next milestone. Some shorts here that are getting into the thousands of views. One of them's popped over 7,000. And here we go. Lots of conversation to be had over the next several days about what's going on here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will. And the support that comes back from them, because they always engage conversation everywhere they go as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And we'll see what's happening with Frank Turzo. They've been here a little while now. And I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels because we want to get to as many as we can in the next hour or so. Frank Turzo's a channel that I'm still getting to know, but our brand newest member today, they just grabbed that membership today, so that means they'll be added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We always add members to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat in every live stream. 895 subscribers though already, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to the 900 that they're going to have any moment now. We can see they've got some really popular videos as well already. So look at this, into the tens of thousands of views, many of them well over 20,000 views, almost 30. One of them over 40,000 views, which is great. When we get into the shorts videos, we see that these have basically just started, but hopefully they'll continue with those as well. I'm looking forward to getting to know more about the channel. So I'm going to take your latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and that will be the next one that I watch. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and we'll see what is happening with Mona Did What, who's another very energetic creator. And one of the things I like about Mona Did What's content is the fact that they are like, the second you get into a video, you're right into the content, and they close it out quick. So one of the things that I have a friend that does YouTube as well. He doesn't often come into the Tuber Chat live streams, but I joke with him all the time because especially on a live stream, he'll take 2 or 3 minutes to end. And I just like busting his chops over it or whatever, because I often say, okay, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see you next time, right? And you can almost close it off that quick. You want to be polite. You want to like add in the things you got to say. Thank you everybody for coming. I hope you'll consider subscribing, especially if you're new to the channel. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you go and that kind of thing, right? But one of the things I noticed about Mona Did What the other day, because I was sitting and literally watching something. I have to admit, I run more videos than I watch, but when I can, I watch as much as I can. And watching one of Mona Did What's the other day was funny because it was right into the content, right out of the content, and I was like, that's pretty cool, actually. On my personal channel, I'm experimenting now with taking myself out of the videos. So especially if it's a product review, I don't need to be in it. So I'm seeing how it's going to do, not actually being in the video except for maybe the hands that need to be there to unbox something, and quick, concise, not even with an intro. Actually, I used to have a 15-second intro because I did what a lot of us do. I did my intro when I first started, before I heard the advice and decided to take it, to say cut those intros down. There's nothing wrong with having one, but the longer it is, the worse that it is. Your analytics will tell the truth. You don't have to listen to any particular advice, if you want to call it that, or information. I hope you'll take everything that you hear from all the creators that you want to take information from, put it together, make your own decisions. But the biggest YouTubers will say either don't use intros at all or keep them 5 seconds or less and things like that. But your analytics will tell you the truth. If you're doing 15-second intros and people are watching right through it, that's great. But it's not the case on any channel that I touch, so we're starting to cut these things off. Yeah, Bearded Eagle knows what I'm talking about. He's caught them. I often will joke and put my phone up with a counter on it with a timer, and I'll be like, okay, Jeff's finishing. Let's time it out now. He knows I'm talking like this. He's that's the guy I work with and run channels for. Half the time I'm with him for those anyway. Mona Did What is up right now with 972 subscribers, but I'm going to take the latest video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. She's going to show us how to do a lot of quilting, and she's got some interesting machinery as well that is able to do things that I didn't know were possible, to cut a lot of the material into these interesting shapes and things like that, so they're easier to work with and they can get this beautiful work done. Because you can imagine, if for anybody who hasn't quilted like I have not, you can imagine how much work goes into these kinds of things. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. Mona Did What is out supporting other creators all the time. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Derek's Journey's coming up. This is a channel that brings us fitness first and a lot of family togetherness on the channel as well. They give us a wonderful look at the family behind the channel. They take us on adventures. Sometimes they're indoors, sometimes outdoors. They could be showing us around on a trip or excursion, or they could be doing product reviews. Lots of fitness challenges, including collaborations with other creators as well. They have this unique ability to get lots and lots and lots of creators together for fitness challenges. Their shorts videos are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. Lots of live streaming going on. It seems like they're doing these. They might be picking these back up. They were doing them, I think, once a week. But when we get into the videos, we see that they're posting frequently. So I've got another one I got to put into my catch-up list, talking about the Steps Challenge again. It's a collaboration where you don't compete against other creators. Everybody's just there to motivate each other, but you are constantly trying to improve, which is really, really cool. And then when we get to the front page, we'll notice that Derek's Journey also has another channel called Balance Breakers, Fitness and Gaming, where, of course, they bring us fitness challenges from Derek's Journey as well as video gameplay. And then when we look at You Never Know with Janie and Jaden, we see another channel from the Derek's Journey family where they promise to bring us more variety as well as the fitness challenges that we know and love from Derek's Journey. He's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time as well. 2.5 years, I think it is. And then Ace Flaw 1 is coming up right now. This is a creator who's been with me since before Tuber Chat for literally 3.5 years or so. I've been connected to Ace Flaw 1. This is Andy. He brings travel videos more than anything. His channel's over 4,000 subscribers now, over 4,100. Hopefully we can push him towards 42. And then, $50. Can you imagine? I'll get it by December. And Bearded Eagle. That's how a lot of us feel about different creators. It's like I said, the one thing that people say is the number one thing people enjoy about their YouTube journey is the friendships that are made. Ace Flaw 1 is here with, like I said, 4,100 subscribers. When we look at the videos, we see that he posts occasionally these days. But this creator still, after all this time, after 565 episodes of Tuber Chat, after 3.5 years of friendship with Andy, this creator is still coming around to support creators in the right way. They've got a few shorts videos here. Hopefully those continue. And then hopefully we'll see new content from Andy in the coming weeks as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. And I really have to start racing through channels now. I'm going to start trying to move it like a minute or two per channel here. M&T Living and Cooking is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Another hour from now, we're going to go and visit Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, who we saw in the chat earlier. They might still be here. and they are going to do a special live stream. We'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members when we're over there for an extra hour after Tuber Chat today. Just doing our best. Thank you so much for, first of all, coming in, and secondly, for gifting 5 memberships. It's an overwhelmingly generous thing to have done, so thank you for that. And the recipients of those gifted memberships are Unstable TV Shorts, who was here earlier. I Want to Know, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs will be happy to have that. All that fluff and stuff from Australia has picked up one of those gifted memberships. And Writing with Emotion New Souls, the second channel from our dear friend Emotion, who's here as a moderator and a member, actually. He'll be happy to have that also. So thank you for that. Just doing our best for that reason. I'm going to put your channel up next. We treat those gifted memberships like we do with Super Chats. But thank you for the overwhelming support, because it's an incredibly generous thing to have done. And they will help us with prepping and other homesteading activities. We'll talk about their channel in a couple of minutes here. M&T Living and Cooking is up right now. They are incredibly supportive creators. They are bringing us all kinds of adventure. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put it in my catch-up list. We get an idea on the About page, though. Family-friendly content for everyone. They talk about cooking, fishing, RC cars, as well as family fun outdoors. And they are out supporting others all the time. So when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them constantly. And then M&T Living and Cooking is now not only on the road, but halfway to the official 1K. That's a very important milestone in all of our YouTube journey. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We see that they also have some shorts videos. These are pure variety, but they're starting to pop. One of them over 16,000 views. And then when we get into the live streams, we see that they're doing these frequently, usually once a week or so. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And Just Doing Our Best is going to come up next. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially if I'm on a phone. And Just Doing Our Best just gifted 5 memberships, so thank you for that. And yeah, they're just mentioning, like, YouTube picks in some extremely random way who gets those gifted memberships. We've seen here in Tuber Chat that kind of activity happen many times, for which I'm grateful, of course. But we've seen anybody from creators who've been with us for 2.5 years to creators who have been there the very first day getting membership. So there's really no way to tell where they're going to go. We find that most often they end up going to creators who are most engaged on the channel or in the live streams. But that's not set in stone. That's definitely not fact. That's just what we seem to observe more than anything else. But Just Doing Our Best, thank you for that extra generous support, both here and to the other creators who are receiving those memberships. Just Doing Our Best now has over 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're going to be thinking about. What they're talking about is preparing for different types of, let's say, disasters. But there's other things that can happen, right? It's one thing to talk about what are we going to do if literally the zombie apocalypse comes along, but it's also considerable some of the more realistic things that actually happen. There are all kinds of natural disasters. There's all kinds of other things that can happen, like, power outages. Some people will remember somewhere between 10 and 15 years ago, the entire eastern seaboard was out of electricity, including us here. I remember that very clearly. For that reason, even I now have a generator and things like that. But they're going to help us understand some of the things we can do. It's always recommended in, especially people with climates like ours, when the winter comes around, to try to have, I forget whether it's a week or longer. Kristen has probably months worth of food in the house. But let's say if disaster was to strike, you've got enough water, food, resources to last quite some time to get through it. We're going to go to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. And then, yes, just doing our best. Thank you for mentioning that. I keep forgetting to drop this command every time a gifted membership comes through. I got to see if I can get that automated. Scratch and PPA put that in the chat many times, so I tried to copy it out so we can get to it easily. Yeah, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. We're going to go on raid in another 50 minutes or so. Just Doing Our Best is going to talk to us about prepping, and then when we talk about this channel, we look at gardening, chickens, ducks, food preservation, freeze drying, and everything in between. Not a how-to channel. They just show us what they do, and then we can possibly do similar things for ourselves. So let me just have a look at your videos. I see I'm behind. I'm going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up. When I hit the shorts videos, we see that these are starting to get close to 3,000 views. I just literally had to grab my chest for a second there. Is that real? Is that $14.67 American for 18 large eggs? I certainly hope not, because I haven't seen anything quite that explosive here in Canada yet. Things are bad. They're actually bringing our grocery store executives in front of government to talk about some of the prices that have been going on, the inflation and things like that in the grocery stores. We had seen a 5-pack of chicken breasts for, I think, $26 or something like that. Now, Canadian money is somewhere around the 75 cents mark compared to American, but still you're talking almost $20 American for 5 chicken breasts, which, you know, we all are going to remember a day yesterday when chicken breast was like $1 a breast. And that's not even when you're shopping for a bargain. So things are moving. Anyway, Day 1 Adventures is up now. We just spun the wheel again. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now. Could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, as well as possibly even weeks ahead, because of the replays that may happen because of what the algorithm does when you share, so I'll appreciate it greatly. Oh, $3 for 18 eggs is much different. But some of the price, what feels like gouging these days, is something else. So Day 1 Adventures is going to bring us more events, travel, movies, food, and variety. And they're in the Wilmington, Delaware area near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Is it that close? Forgive me for not being sure. I've been to Philadelphia, and I didn't realize that... I've still, no matter how many years go by, I've still got a lot to learn when it comes to the States. I've been all over the Northeast, but only driving and things like that, and only to the major cities. When we look at Day 1 Adventures, we see 508 subscribers. They've actually been a friend a long time. Interesting, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, they're going to let us know whether, first of all, it's a family-friendly movie. I get kind of amazed these days at what's considered acceptable, especially when it comes to TV. Not that I'm the most skittish person in the world, certainly not, in the comfort of my own home with no cameras on and things like that. However, I am kind of amazed at what has started to make its way into movies and television without having the markings of mature or adult and things like that. But we're going to hear what they have to say about the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. That's just one simple thing that they do. They're going to take us outdoors as well as indoors. I want to see what they're doing with shorts videos. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. That's likely going to continue here as well. And Day 1 Adventures has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding the Tuber Chat family. And that's quite some time ago. I'm thinking a year, actually. Virtual Shopkeeper DD is coming up next. And then hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. Or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Virtual Shopkeeper DD is going to bring us more online sales, particularly with live streams. Like we saw on another channel earlier, they often put out videos to promote the live streams that are coming up. Now, they've got some shorts with some variety. These have started to get into over a couple thousand views. One of them's popped over 7,000, which is great. And we can see they're repurposing content on the other social networks as well, which is great as an idea. If you're not already using things like Facebook and Instagram Reels or Stories or TikTok or other vertical formats, even Pinterest and Twitter allow that now. You'll find an amazing story on Wicked Awesome Gardening, which is a channel that inspired even me to do a experiment with shorts videos and things like that. Hopefully everybody's doing okay in the chat, meeting new friends and family members. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa is still in the chat. They're just heading out right now. They're probably going to set up. They're going to be on in 45 minutes. We'll go over there and raid right after they start. So lots of opportunity to meet more friends and family members here and there for the next many hours. And then thank you, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, for, first of all, your super chat earlier, but again, for the highlighted milestone message as well. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is in the house. They just picked up one of those gifted memberships that was given earlier by Just Doing Our Best. So I've got them on the wheel right away. And let's spin the wheel. Virtual Shopkeeper DD is going to bring us auctions. Like I said, the videos are there to promote the live streams, but they've got one coming up tomorrow. I think it's around the same time as Superchat, actually. They'll be on while we're on, but that's okay. We know that there'll be fresh content on that channel right after Superchat. And, of course, it's a live auction, obviously with some StreamYard panels joining in as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. Pardon me. And then, Cricket208's been with us since the beginning of the stream, but thank you for that. Emotion is coming up. Now, I'm going to show you something that I used to find their channel, because Emotion is a very short name and a popular word. But Emotion New Soul is what we use to find that channel. It's a talented singer and songwriter, not to mention music producer. When you use that term, Emotion New Soul, we use that because we're going to find new soul R&B music when we get to their channel. But when you use that, you're going to have their content come up right away. As well, you might have noticed that their second channel, Writing with Emotion New Soul, comes up. So this, you can see, is denoted by this musical note here. And that's telling you this is an official artist channel. He brings to us his original works here, and those are in the form of music videos, but he also brings us compilations that could be premieres or live streams. And he rounds out the channel with some reaction videos along with some shorts. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. When you get there, you're going to find some of these are getting over 1,000 views already. Live streams are frequent. Some are live, some are compilations. And then his second channel, Writing with Emotion New Soul, is where we get to see not only the band behind the music, but how the music is made. And here he rounds out this channel with some shorts and reaction videos as well. But what you're going to find more than anything is Emotion literally producing and explaining to us how not only the music is made, but how he comes up with the ideas for his singing and songwriting. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. 784 subscribers here. He's monetized on his original channel with super chats and memberships available when we get there. We'd love to push him towards the 800 subscribers he's thinking about here. I'm going to spin the wheel. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The Bullock Experience is coming up in 3 minutes. Okay, we're back and we're looking at the Bullock Experience. A couple of names have been added to the wheel. Canadian Family Life was added earlier because in the last live stream they were actually on the wheel, and right at the end of the live stream we only had like 5 or 6 names left to go and the internet cut off. So I put them on right away when I saw them today. They're usually here with us the entire live stream, almost every single day as well. That's Tiffany. And then Bearded Eagle has been added to the wheel as well. We always add names to the wheel based on who's been most active in the chat. The key to that, of course, is engaging conversation. So the Bullock Experience is up right now. We spun right before we went on break there, and this is Kelly Bullock. He's got 2 channels now, and here he's going to bring us fishing. Catfishing first. The conversation in the live streams can go just about, pardon me, anywhere once it gets started. And he streams frequently actually now, so I've got the notification on for the next one, which is coming up in a few days. He's also got some shorts. When we go through these videos, we see that these are starting to get in up to about 3,000 views, maybe even more. So that will likely continue. So let me get to his second channel, Gaming Experience, with Kelly. And this is where we see the same creator from the Bullock Experience bringing us video gameplay. A couple of shorts have started. They've got a premiere coming up tomorrow, and that's going to be early. I'm in the Eastern time zone, but he's going to put that out super early, which is great because you'll catch the traffic all the way throughout the day then. And some video gameplay mixing things up already with Minecraft, Sims, our Fishing Sims World Pro Tour, and WWE, so that will likely continue as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. The Bullock Experience is here with us almost every day, but we also see them out supporting other creators as well when we're bouncing back and forth between premieres and live streams. I've run into them regularly. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is a brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family. This is just, I believe, the second time we're putting their channel on the screen, but they have already grabbed a membership, so we had them on the wheel as soon as they got here today. And Steph DIY Queen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle is a channel I've still got to get to know, but they just put out a brand new video. I'm just going to see what they've got here. An I Love Lucy remix. Sounds interesting. So I've got that in my catch-up list. So that's something else I can see from the channel. We can get to the About page. They're going to give us a bit of an idea as to what to expect. Travel, food, reviews, inspiration, music, and more. When we get into the shorts videos, we're going to see that these have gotten into close to 1,000 views now. That will likely continue. And then live streams are something that seems to be looking like twice a week or so. Hopefully that will continue also. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And Steph DIY Queen is always busy. I see other social media posts from her. She's always doing something. Bearded Eagle, look at that luck. It took a while to get onto the wheel, but they come up right away. Bearded Eagle brings us some more fishing on their channel. This is another creator who actually hops in on a lot of other StreamYard panels, has got quite a diverse community building around their channel as well. When we talk about their audience, they've passed 1,100 views now. I'm hoping we can push them towards 1,200. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, and this is how to fix a tire, which is really cool. Even I've had to go through that. You know, the flat tire thing is never a fun thing. And then, pardon me, Connection of Lives and Interest 2020. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at Bearded Eagle, we're going to see more variety on this channel. An Eagle Scout and father of 3. And bringing the outdoors, camping, fishing, hunting, survival, do-it-yourself videos like the one I've just put away, gardening, cooking, and then maybe some gameplay. Is that pew pew? And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. But I've caught them both in live streams and through their videos. So I've got the latest one to put away to watch afterwards in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Margie's Crafty Corner is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. Margie's Crafty Corner is coming up with 865 subscribers, and they have just put out a brand new video yesterday. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This is what they were talking about on their About page, making stitch markers and charms with paper beads. When we go to the About page, we see that they say they love to do crochet and paper crafts. They make stitch markers for sale as well, so you see what we're talking about here. Now, when we get into the videos, we see that they're posting frequently, several times a week. Shorts videos are something they've started. And then when we get into live streams, we know that they do these frequently as well, usually at least once a week. And then thank you, Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs. They'll be willing to swap playlists with creators. I know that for sure. And thank you for the highlighted milestone message and the kind words. Thank you, everybody, for those happy anniversary messages as well. It really has been just over 3 years now, and we're lucky to have a flourishing community of very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters willing to support each other over the long term. Dutchfly61 is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They're a Skywatcher from the Netherlands, and with over 1,000 subscribers now, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 they're thinking about. They've just got one shorts video, but that's hit over 4,000 views already, so maybe those will continue. They only post occasionally, but we'll be looking forward to new content on the channel, and they have been another loyal and dedicated supporter. They're with us frequently. I would say at least every other stream. They might be here even more often than that. I don't want to say quite every stream, but most of them, I think. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They actually were recently featured. We feature a different channel almost every single day on Tuber Chat. Now here's a familiar face coming up as well. Yellow Shirt Dad is somebody we've seen many times today because he's been out on other people's StreamYard panels. And Yellow Shirt Dad is somebody who brings fun and laughter to everyone. So I know a lot of people are thankful, first of all, for his friendship, because he is really a great, seems to be a great guy behind the channel. I see the friendships that are being fused with this creator and were ever since they came in here. It's getting on many months now. But I almost remember, like yesterday, Yellow Shirt Dad was brand new and instantly out supporting other creators all the time. So one of the things that they bring us is a joke of the day. This could be a part of a video or a video on its own. This creator is often outdoors. They might be giving us a look around and a story to be told, but the joke of the day is something they've become very well known for now. When we get into their shorts videos, we'll see how these are doing, and we see that they've popped into the thousands of views consistently. They're now approaching 7,000, which is great. That will likely continue. And you see this creator, he enjoys bringing laughter to people just as much as everybody enjoys having it as well. And if you dig through the older videos from this creator, you'll find a couple of things that are a bit longer as well, stories and looks around and things. Pardon me, I got to keep on the hydration here. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. I know a lot of people here in the Tuber Chat family are happy to have Yellow Shirt Dad in their communities. So I hope you'll connect with him if you haven't already. And Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. For sure, they'll be willing to swap playlists. Michael's Adventures will as well. Lots of other creators in the chat are willing to do that. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are putting a lot of work into the idea behind the analytics, looking at things like descriptions, tags, hashtags, thumbnails, and different aspects of their channel so that they can continue to improve. They're always thinking about new ideas to bring to their audience. As a vlogging channel, they can encompass almost any type of content. And then When we talk about Mike and Rihanna family vlogs, we're going to see shorts videos from them. I've taken their latest video and put it in my catch-up list there. But we see that these creators are getting over a couple thousand views on a lot of these. That's likely going to continue to increase. And then they've got some live streams coming up as well. They've got a live stream already set for tomorrow, already set for next week. This can really be helpful as well. Whenever possible, one of the things I like to recommend is putting premieres or live streams as far in advance as you possibly can. And the reason why is because it really gives YouTube and the recommendation system time to percolate, time to dig through your content, like your tags, description, title, make sure that those keywords are really locked in. You can imagine if YouTube gets a moment to be able to look at your stuff, not that somebody looks at it, I mean the algorithm gets to catalog it, having something set in advance can be much more beneficial than just letting it go right away. If you upload a video and it just flies public right then, as opposed to doing a premiere, like Scratch and PPA always sets his premieres up a few days early every single week without fail. I sometimes set my stuff weeks in advance if it's possible, but it's recommended just so that YouTube can really catch it. You might even get yourself some tiny bit of chat activity, but thumbs up on a video that's planned to come out, whether it is a premiere or a live stream. If not, even videos, once they're uploaded, can be set to go at any time in the future. I always recommend letting them sit in the system for a little while. These are fellow Canadians from Medicine Hat, Alberta, and they've chopped up their channel into lots of different playlists as well. First of all, for swapping playlists with other creators for watch hours, but as well so that their audience can find themes or series to binge watch as well, which is great. That can really help your channel as well. When we talk about Canadian family life, we're going to see Tiffany. This is a creator who came into the Superchat family and instantly was out supporting other creators like crazy. Lots of StreamYard panels already. This creator helps in lots of different generous ways. Now, they are going to bring us a lot of haul videos. They do a lot of these like shopping type haul, grocery type videos. Some cooking we're going to see, as a matter of fact. And then a Happy Mail video is really cool. I've got that in my catch-up list now to watch. Live stream is coming up, so they've set that for tomorrow. They've set that in advance, so we'll be able to see that. That'll be a couple hours after Tuber Chat tomorrow, after Michael's Adventures premiere as well. They've got some shorts videos. These are starting to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue, and you can see the variety that's come through this channel. We've got some gardening here, indoor gardening. We've got lots of cooking videos, reviews, and then as well, like I said, these shopping haul videos are common with Tiffany. But she's joining a lot of StreamYard panels lately, which is great. YouTube tells us, especially over the last few months, a lot of you will have seen in your YouTube dashboard, YouTube brings us videos and tips and tricks and things like that. You don't want to overlook those. You forgive me because I roll my eyes while I talk about it, because YouTube has given us small bits of information, whereas I think they could give us a lot more, but that's just an opinion. But you don't want to overlook those videos, because YouTube's telling us that if you want to grow your audience, collaborations are a big, big, big way. I can tell you from my own experience, if you join somebody on their channel, you are almost guaranteed to gain at least a handful of subscribers. And then you're generously helping them by changing the dynamic of their content. I know I use that word all the time, but it's true. You're changing the conversation. You're generously adding opinion and effect to the conversation, if that makes sense. So Annabelle TV is coming up next, and that's Tiffany from Canadian Family Life. Let's look at what Annabelle TV's got going on. In another 10 minutes or so, I'll start dropping the link for our raid, but we still got a while to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I'll get some more onto the wheel from our chat list when we get down to about 5 or 6. Annabelle TV is another creator who brings fun everywhere that she goes. A little bit of comedy usually comes with that. I can see I'm far behind with your videos, but I'm just going to grab your latest haul video. This company, I still for the life of me don't know whether it's Temu or Timu or how to pronounce that properly, because almost like any videos that I've seen have the creator starting by saying, I don't know whether it's Temu or Timu. They're going to have to figure that out. But Annabelle TV brings us a lot of different types of reviews, mostly mukbang style challenges that are collaborations with other channels, or product reviews in a traditional sense as well. There's some garden updates here. She does some live streaming, but also brings fun even when she joins other people on their StreamYard panels as well. And I see Annabelle TV out supporting other creators all the time. Shorts videos have started. Hopefully those continue. And then as well, she's posted frequently. It was just about every day for a while there, so she might pick up the pace again, just showing me how far behind I am. But I've got the latest video ready to go. My catch-up list is just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, or try to. I'm going to have to calm down on the speeches here just so we can make it through our last 20 minutes. Odom's Homestead is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on. More homesteading activity, more gardening updates. And Odom's Homestead is another supportive channel that I run into constantly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams of different types from different creators. When we get to Odom's Homestead, we see 1,150 or so subscribers. They're halfway on the road to 1,200. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. Actually, I'm going to grab the one that they've got in the featured position. YouTube gives us a lot of tools so that we can dress up our front page however we'd like. I'm going to grab this video to start with and put this into my catch-up list. But we see that they've got some shorts. We saw that when I scrolled down for a second there. We'll go to the popular tab and see that these are now crossing 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. Live streams are something that's frequent. They've been doing a few tests, it looks like, lately. But they've been doing these frequently, a few times a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They've got a series here, Get It Off Your Chest Thursday. The conversation can go just about anywhere when we get there. And then, like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 1,200 they're thinking about. Odom's Homestead is here with us just about every day and out supporting other creators all the time as well. And then, let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And it looks like Tori's Brain is going to be up next. This is a creator that brings us interesting live streams with a lot of production value. And what he does is play games in the live streams where we're able to interact in the chat. And it's really, really cool because it's almost, I hope you'll have seen these. I know a lot of creators here in the Superchat family have seen them, but they might have like a trivia type of game or like a Wheel of Fortune type of thing. And what happens is there'll be a question that you can answer. You answer in the chat, and it jumps into the software and is able to come up on the screen. It's really, really cool. I don't know how to describe it better than that right now. He's moved into a lot of newsworthy content as well, so you know that polarizing content can draw in an audience. It can get pretty engaging in there as well, is probably the best way I can put that. But I'm only caught him on a little bit of that, so I'm looking forward to more. He's on his way towards 1,200 subscribers as well. And then when we get into the videos, we see that he's doing quite a few of those shorts. He's getting into now the thousands of views. And then when we get into the live streams, you'll see what I'm talking about when we get into the brain games, right? And he's otherwise, like I said, getting into this newsworthy content, but hopefully you'll enjoy those both. Tori's Brain's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding the Tuber Chat family, and he's been with us for what I believe has been a year or longer now. Holly's Adventures was just featured the other day, as a matter of fact. This is a creator who brings us a lot of video gameplay. They've expanded into a bit more content. They recently took a cruise and brought us a bit of that content as well. I see they've even put up a new video since Tuesday. Oh, sorry, I'm mistaken. It was actually before that, but I'm going to put this video on my catch-up list. Some more Legend of Zelda, but they mix up the gameplay here. I think they got some Final Fantasy and other things, but you'll notice as well they've chopped up some of their live streams into videos here from their vacation that they recently took. They've got some shorts videos as well, and some of these are getting into the thousands of views, which is great. Live streams, they really mix up the video gameplay here. So you'll see some Mario, Star Fox was another Nintendo. They've got Final Fantasy, which you saw. Legend of Zelda and other things as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. But Holly's Adventures is another creator who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. It's going to be time for me to drop the link for our raid shortly. Coastal Water is going to be coming up. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They're an incredibly supportive creator, and I always love talking about Coastal Water and Backlash Fishermen for a specific reason. You've heard me say it many times today, but the number one thing I hear from creators that is their favorite part of their YouTube journey is the friendships that are made along the way. And the other thing that I notice is the number one complaint that I get from creators on YouTube in my 6 years now of being on a video creator is, why is it so difficult for us to get our in real life friends and family to support us in our YouTube journey when we can find people online who are willing to do it easily? And it's a common frustration, of course, but it makes it that much more special when we see a story like this where we've got a husband and wife combo. We've got a couple of them now in the Tuber Chat family. Get to the Farm and I Want to Know was here earlier. Backlash Fishermen and Coastal Water are this type of combination. They have separate channels, but it's a husband and wife that support each other wholeheartedly. You'll often find them on each other's channels. I've caught Coastal Water both indoors and outdoors with Backlash Fishermen. Backlash Fishermen can be found usually outdoors, but with Coastal Water as well. But we'll see what they've got going on their channel. Now, first of all, there's some shorts here. We'll see how these are performing. These are starting to get into the thousands of views, which is great. Lots of live streams. Now, these are called Car Confessions, and this can be a story to be told or just going about our day. The chat usually picks up some conversation in here as well. There's Backlash Fishermen right there. So this is an example of how you see these creators together. Lots of delicious looking content here because Coastal Water, of course, will take us into the kitchen some of the time. And then I'm just going to head back over to Backlash Fisherman and we'll see what he's doing on his channel. He's a first responder. He brings fishing first, and he's got some shorts videos here for us to look at. Paul's Green Space, good to see you in the house. Outgoing Azzy, I think, came in as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Over the Horizon, good to see you here. And then the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is here. That's Susan. And just for our moderators, you see exactly what happened. So I put the brakes on after the second, whenever I said I did it, I think it was after the second break there, and just put them on again right now in the background. Rambling with the Brooms. Oh, I thought Rambling with the Brooms was here. I'm mistaken. Little Frenchie in Big Texas, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in there. Another longtime friend. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you for the super chat. Again, she's done that countless times. We'll look at that channel next for that reason. Backlash Fisherman now, his shorts are getting into the thousands of views. This is a first responder, but he takes us out on his travels as well. He's got a series of live streams called Hobby Hangout. He might bring up other StreamYard panelists there with some familiar faces as well, some people that we recognize. But a lot of times, he does these ride along with me. And if you look long enough through the channel, you'll find eventually there's Coastal Water on one of the thumbnails there. You might find these creators together here as well. So when it comes to videos, we're going to find more fishing than anything else. And Backlash Fisherman will take us out fishing as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And both of these creators have been generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long, long time. Next up is the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. And again, this is Susan coming to us from the homesteading community of channels. I group in farming, gardening, homesteading, camping, bushcraft, and other outdoor channels in that theme or genre or category, because I find that a lot of these creators have similar generosity in their personalities, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So I hope you'll connect with the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and see what I'm talking about from Susan in particular. And I'm just going to get our link ready for our raid. I'm going to pin it so everybody can get over there whenever they'd like. They'll be on in 15 minutes. And we'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes when they're just about ready to go, so that we can clean up our connections here before we go over. We'll raid Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, who were here with us earlier. And we will be able to meet more friends and family members on their channel when we get there. So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, I can see I'm behind in videos. I don't know how I slipped this far behind. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. When we get into the shorts videos, we see that these have started to get close to 1,000 views. That will likely continue. And then when we get to the live streams, we find Susan doing a lot of different aspects of conversation on their channel. So they will motivate and inspire in a spiritual way. They will bring us a lot of current events that can be discussed in the chat, which I've really been enjoying the last couple of times that I've caught her. She also has StreamYard panelists that comes up. Some of you know Alfonso, that will play music over there. And again, more positivity, more spiritual motivation or inspiration. Here's Mark from Little Ridge Farm in a conversation there. She's got a lot of other familiar faces on her channel, and she'll introduce more creators to us and be open, not just willing, but encouraging in our pursuit to find more friends and family members, if that makes sense, during the live streams as well. Everybody's welcome to do that. And then, yeah, braces are fun. Outgoing Azzy. I had braces when I was a kid. Pardon me. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you, by the way, for another super chat. She's done that countless times. She's officially on the road to 1K, and you can see at 935, she's going to have it any time now. So I'm hoping everybody will connect with her. But she's incredibly supportive, here with us just about every day, and out supporting other creators. I run into her all the time there as well. And then Bearded Eagles making me laugh. 22 hours left on this live stream. Yeah, imagine, as a 24-hour marathon. And then Outgoing Azzy, if you can imagine, for anybody here that's had to go through braces or understand, I don't even know what they cost these days. I haven't been looking. But if you can imagine, so my sister and I were growing up, and right when the dentist decided that I needed braces, they said, well, we better check out your sister as well. My parents found out I only needed the tops. We did have train tracks, right? We had the most basic type of braces for a couple years each, but my sister had both. Can you imagine being a parent and finding out that not one kid needs braces, but two at the same time? And you can just imagine what that did. But we were very fortunate. They were able to get them for us. We had them, and I've actually, though my teeth are certainly not white or anything like that, but they have been complimented after. So, I was happy to have them. Mine were extreme. I had teeth that grew in my gums. They had to do an operation. They had to cut in there, yank a couple teeth out. And the braces were meant to pull the eye teeth down. And, oh, God, I remember it being, things are different now than they were literally 35 years ago or whatever it was when I actually had the braces. I'm older than you think I am. But when I remember it not being terrible, but I remember just ignoring all the advice too. They're like, don't eat pizza, don't do this. I'm like, forget that. There's no way I'm not eating pizza. I'm sure I ate the first slice with a fork and a knife, and I said, forget this. And I just kept chewing gum, kept eating pizza and all that stuff, and it was just fine. I don't want to recommend it, I'm just saying. But anyway, so that's what you have to look forward to, Outgoing Azzy. But for anybody that's had braces, they know what that can be like. And but I'm thankful that I did have them. Mom of Four Boys is coming up right now. Let's see what this creator's got going on. And I should drop the link again for our raid that's coming up in about 10 minutes. Jesse and Lisa will be started. If they're not already, they might have started already. And anybody can go over there anytime. It is a live stream, so the chat's already running. Mama Four Boys talks about, they mentioned it earlier in the chat, that they make cooking videos, but they actually do a ton. Now, first of all, they got shorts. Let's have a look at these. What I find compelling about this particular channel is that a lot of the things that they're making, you can tell, like, this is what an example of what I talk about here in Tuber Chat when I talk about cooking videos and cooking channels, where we get a real world look at what people are making for their families, for their friends, literally in their own homes, right? And this is an example. So I'll dig through the shorts here for a second. You see a small taste, pun intended, about what they're going to do on their channel. I'm going to take their latest video and put this in my catch-up list. A lot of the things that they've done on their channel I find traditional. Just because we must share similarities in a lot of the things that are typically made in the home. And they've got some interesting twists on things that otherwise could be pre-made, like Hamburger Helper. They've got an idea for how to kind of make that yourself at home instead of getting something from a bag or a box. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I do it as much as anybody, but we all probably can agree homemade food is always better than anything else. Mac and cheese is another thing, a traditional St. Patrick's Day meal, homemade pan pizza, and lots of desserts and things like that as well. So I hope everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you will. You'll love the support that comes back from them. Mama Four Boys, another creator that's out supporting other creators all the time and here with us just about every day. Live streams are something they've picked up again. You see these StreamYard panels with some familiar faces. We'll see if that continues. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. And we'll see what's happening with Just Jason Keto. He's been here for, I think, the whole live stream again. Just Jason Keto is another fellow Canadian, actually. He's going to help us with eating, healthy living. He's going to introduce us to a lot of other people on his channel in both videos and live streams that are going to discuss a keto-based either diet or lifestyle. And the idea behind bringing on guests is that he's able to give us different people's life experiences and perspectives as to the challenges, the positives, the negatives, all the different things we have to go through, right? How to deal with cravings, how to adjust. If you're somebody who's just doing like keto, let's say for the first time, I know it's been a popular thing for a very long time, and I still have a lot to learn from these creators. When I had ever once in my life gone on a diet, if you want to call it that, I did lose 30 pounds in 2 months. And 30 pounds in 2 months, 15 pounds a month. And it wasn't that hard. I wasn't following any particular diet. I was just not eating anything white or anything, no sugar of any kind, and almost nothing refined. And it really wasn't that hard. And that's a diet, which is a different thing than talking about a lifestyle, like a permanent lifestyle change, let's say, like somebody like me right now desperately needs. But I'm hoping between Keto Mama Michelle, Just Jason Keto, and a few other channels that we've got, even I will take some inspiration and start doing a little bit better with that. Growing What I Eat, I'm just going to get your channel onto the wheel right now. Thank you for coming in. Roadhog, we looked at your channel earlier, but thank you for still being here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat as long as everybody's still here. We should get around to everybody in the chat. Storytime with Uncle Bill. Good to see you in the house. Just Jason Keto, like I said, is going to bring on interesting guests. But the other thing I find compelling about what he's doing on the channel is that he will show us how to get more value out of some of the things that we're going to buy when it comes to, let's say, grocery stores, health food stores. They have a lot of products that are marked as keto friendly, like it's just a word you can print on a bag or a box, right? So you have to really start to understand the aspects of the keto-based either lifestyle or diet, however you want to put it, so that you can understand what really is in some of these packages. But either way, once you find something that you enjoy, like, fits into the lifestyle or the diet, Just Jason Keto can show you how to get even more value out of that. He's also got some cooking videos here, grilling videos, and one of these has hit over 22,000 views, which is great, so that will likely continue as well. Live streams are frequent on this channel. I haven't caught you for one for a while. I'm hoping I can catch another one. He did one yesterday. And then he's got another premiere coming up in a few days, and I'll be looking forward to that as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. And, one of the things that Just Jason Keto talks about on his channel, last time I was there, I was in the conversation a little bit as well, and saying, the more the information gets out there, the more helpful it can be to a lot of people. Because one of the things I talk about has nothing to do with keto or anything, just life lessons. A lot of times in our lives, we can be told the same thing, especially by people who are older than us, no matter how old we are, right? People are older, wiser, hopefully, giving advice or giving us, their versions of life lessons, trying to help us avoid their mistakes. You could be told the same thing 100 different times and it still might not take, but somebody eventually comes along and strikes the right chord for you, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, eureka, or whatever you want to say, wow, you're putting it in a way that I hadn't seen before, and that's the hope between a lot of the creators who have the same mindset as what Just Jason Keto might be putting forth. The more information that they can get out there, the more life stories they can get out. You might find something that relates and then maybe inspires. Jamie Hart is here right now. They've been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's an incredibly dynamic and energetic creator as well. She brings a lot of variety on her channel between horror, Twin Peaks, movies, retrospectives, vlogs, live streams, gaming, karaoke covers, adventure, nature, photography, and is a cat lover, and she shares that with us as well. This is really cool. I gotta see what this is. What is this? Another Star Wars. See, I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not a diehard like everybody. I think I'm even behind in a movie. I could be wrong. I've seen most of them. I'm just gonna make sure I've got the latest video on my catch-up list. Karaoke covers are something she's done frequently as well. I just wanted to make sure I'm catching up a little bit. Shorts videos, I wonder if we're going to see these. And then when we get into live stream, she's done these many times. Hopefully I'll catch you for the next one if you're going to do one again soon. 565 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push her towards the 600 that we know that she must be thinking about. I'm going to drop the link again for our raid. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. And the Bullock Experience we looked at already. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Barb's Country Home, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Growing What I Eat is up right now with 281 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. I'll hit their shorts right away and we'll see how these are doing. We can see that they've gotten into over a couple thousand views now, which is great. That will likely continue. When we get into the live streams, they might be doing these frequently, and then as well when we get into videos they post frequently here, garden updates and other informative videos as well. And they let us know where they are. When we get to the About page, they might be talking about fruit trees, citrus trees, vegetables, berries, plants, potatoes, and they're going to bring us on their journey so that we can follow both the successes and failures here as well. Growing What I Eat is another creator that I see out supporting other creators all the time. And then, thank you, Outgoing Azzy. Yes, today is literally a week after 3 years. It's April 30th is the day it should have been, but I had to be off. My voice was not 100%, but we're back to normal now pretty much. And, 3 years of just Tuber Chat alone, so we can see that the community is flourishing, for which I'm grateful. So thank you everybody for being here. Cricket208 has been here for I think the whole live stream actually, and let's see what they're doing with shorts since they've got them on the front page here right away. And I'll hit the popular tab. We see that these are starting to crack over 1,000 views, which is great. That will likely continue. Videos, they're posting frequently, so I'm going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, by the way. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy the information that's going to come through here. They're going to talk about random content, nature, cats, dogs, birds, and other aspects of life. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving thumbs up to each other when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We're spinning just for fun, but Smallholder Homestead is coming up right now, so thank you everybody for being here for the 3rd anniversary episode of Tuber Chat. We're back tomorrow again at what I believe is about the same time. It's already set up, and we're going to go over to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa right now. They're going to give us some information about a very special cruise that they've got coming up that they've put together with Rambling with the Brooms, and they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters that are going to go from Seattle to Alaska in the summer of 2025, August. So that'll be their 41st wedding anniversary, right in and around there. And there they are. They're on right now. So I'll get the link one more time. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We always get to as many as we can. And while you go over to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, I hope you will say Tuber Chat Raid when you get there. And I'll be over there in 3 minutes as well. I'll leave this live stream running until then so that we can clean up our connections here. And we'll see everybody over there in a moment. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.